Probably looked better than SSG. Right? I don't think that's crazy to say. They both got 2-0'd. I mean, Sonics didn't look amazing against DZ. Sonics losing to LG certainly was an upset. Sorry, Space Station losing to LG certainly was an upset. Whereas Sonics DZ, that one I think Dark Zero were probably going into as the favorites, despite Sonics having beaten Beast Coast. DZ looked very good is kind of the thing here, right? I think DZ definitely looked better than Luminosity. So then it's like a question of like, does that inherently mean that the team DZ beat was better than the team Luminosity beat? No. But there's a higher chance of that. Kickstro warmed up by slamming me in ranked.
This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
Zevernith, thank you for the beans, bro. How's the games? You've missed everything so far. The whole quals? Games have been good, these quals. We haven't had A games today. Only one BO3 today. It'll be a bit of a short stream. Because today I'm hoping to finish up my, like, spreadsheet cleanup. The last couple days I've been cleaning up my spreadsheets. I've been combining, not spreadsheets, my Python scripts. So I've been basically, I used to have a bunch of scripts I would run. And, like, after every NAL playday or major playday, I would have to run them all to compile all my stats. And a lot of shit was being done, like, multiple times every time I ran it. So I'm trying to compress it all into one big file so that I can press the button once. It runs for like 4 minutes and then all my stats are compiled. And I'm almost done that. So I'm going to do that after I end stream today. No, you're going to play Siege after games today. Am I though? Do I need help with that? No, I think I'm like 90% done. I did all the hard parts. Now it's just like, I probably have like 30 more minutes to do. It's like very easy. But I appreciate it. You're my guy to reach out to, Axon, if I ever can't figure something out. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better at programming over the last like year or so. Do a poll. Do a poll for what I work on. Do a poll for what I do after the stream ends. Either keep streaming Siege to you, which you're all going to vote for, or end stream and work on my programming. I would stream myself programming. I would do this. I knew somebody was going to suggest that. The problem is I'm trying to hit partner, and if I do that, my viewership's going to tank to under 75 people, and then Twitch is going to deny me when I apply again next month. Don't blame me, blame the system. I've honestly considered, and I might do this, making a Twitch alt account so that I can stream shit that nobody's going to watch on that channel, like programming or like other games I would just want to play in my downtime. And then, you know, whoever wants to come and chat can, but I'm not going to get like dinked by Twitch for the lack of viewership. We're getting our maps, by the way. They're doing map bans right now, so we can take a look while it goes on. Kevin, you're trying to get a new monitor mainly for Rainbow Six. Would I recommend 1080p 240 Hz or 1440p 165 Hz? I feel like refresh rate is more important for gaming. I don't know if there's that big of a difference between 240 and 165. Is the graphic broken? Do they just not show? They showed everything as the decider. Okay. I'm honestly not a big tech guy. I am not the right person to ask, but my gut says that 240 Hz is going to be better for gaming, but 1440p is going to be better for, like, if you're trying to watch shit. Is Big Booty Gunner coming also? I think so. If he shows up, we'll give him a call. Stream that shit on YouTube instead, different audience. That's not a bad idea I hadn't considered. Wi-Fi! Chat. Claps in the chat for Wi-Fi for qualifying to the Esports World Cup. Huge dub. We were rooting for you on stream, Wi-Fi. Amazing performance. My thought process is Space Station Astralis Core have not lost to Sonics in like 3 years. I don't know why the quality's so bad. So I'm predicting Space Station here because I like to follow trends. But you're the one who beat the shit out of SSG yesterday, so I want to know your opinion, Wi-Fi. I want to know who you think is better. Gunnar might be asleep. You think SSG's map pool wins it out? Well, I actually do have some... I updated my notes last night, so we can talk about the maps here. We're starting on Oregon. Oregon is not a crazy common map for Sonics. They played it twice this season. First, they lost to M80 in overtime back in Stage 1, and then they dominated Oxygen 7-2 in the Manchester Last Chance qualifier. It's always been one that, you know, Sonics have played. Never like a permaban, never a favorite. Is SSG's Oregon particularly weak? Not really. The last time SSG won Oregon was actually against Luminosity. 7-4 during the Last Chance qualifier. But SSG lost to WildCard 7-1 at the start of the season. It's kind of tough because I just don't have stats for like the open quals or the scrims. So presumably Sonics have been working on Oregon a lot in the background and they feel really confident picking it. Maybe they've got some dirt that SSG is not good on it. And SSG choose Nighthaven Labs. I'm so stupid, I didn't even look at that. That's an insane pick. SSG have not played Nighthaven Labs since Stage 2 last season. Unless they played it in open quals, which maybe they did. But that is an insane pick from SSG. Oh, sorry. No, I'm lying. Obviously, they played it. I was looking at the wrong numbers. That was the correct stat until they lost it yesterday. Obviously, yes. Alright, so SSG clearly have been working on Nighthaven Labs in the background as well. They have a 20% lifetime win record on Nighthaven. SSG lifetime are 1-4 on this map. Obviously, only one of those was recently. That was the 7-5 loss to Luminosity yesterday. Which was honestly not the worst map in the world for SSG, but certainly a little shaky. Sonics on Nighthaven Labs. Oh, also my stats for SSG. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong page. SSG are 0-3 on Oregon this season, losing to WildCard, BDS, and Liquid. That doesn't make sense. Chat, my numbers are wrong. I don't know what to tell you. My numbers are wrong here. We're just gonna look at Wikipedia. Space Station, Oregon. Something's fucked up in my numbers. I don't know what it is. I don't have time to bug fix it. I'm glad I'm finding out live on stage. Or live on stream, I should say. SSG on Oregon. They lost it to Liquid 7-5. They lost it to BDS 7-5. They beat Luminosity 7-4. They lost it to WildCard 1-7. That's their 4 games on Oregon. So, a pretty strong record overall. I mean, yeah, a lot of losses, but close with BDS, close with Liquid. These are 2 great teams. Holy shit. You'd think I just woke up, but I can't even make that excuse. I've been up for 8 hours. Dub analyst.
Got 2. They've got Ambi. They've got Merc.
All right.
Tra. Now Adam. Also, again, really good Oregon players.
Hold on.
I expect this map to be not like a typical SSG map.
Let's jump into Oregon. As we've seen, SSG have been playing it quite a bit recently. I'm pretty confident my Sonics maps or Sonic stats are correct.
It does tend to be one of those maps that is sort of played out. Some call it.
Yeah, they've just not played it very much, but it's not a bad map for them.
Yeah, no,
so we assume they've been working on it a bit in the background.
The op bands definitely decide.
It's a little bit loud. Is Gunnar in my chat, by the way? I haven't seen him
saw a
tight.
lot of Ying yesterday.
But we'll get him in
did.
if he is
It was
around.
awesome because the Ying facilitated the Glaz. And I've talked.
I appreciate you
ad
saying that,
nauseam about
Froshi.
How much I love Glaz. But no Ying this time. No Monty,
I appreciate
no
it.
Azami either from Sonics, leaving it up to SSG. Do they want to ban Fenrir? Do they want to ban Mira? Tuber
How would I fix Monty, preferably in a way that wouldn't put Blitz in the crossfire because he's innocent?
Probably Fenrir. And there it is.
Blitz is also
Genius.
decently strong.
Valkyrie's up, Mira's up.
Yeah, we did see a lot of Mirror ban, but we also
Get you in
seen
call?
a lot of
All
Zombie
right.
ban. So, yeah, she's
And
still ridiculous. So.
And we saw a ton of Valkyrie play yesterday too.
Yeah, we did. But we're going to be getting into the first round here. It's going to be Sonics versus Space Station. Sonic's going to be starting on the attack here.
Nura says we played him on
obviously,
Labs. Was that the
like a
game
lot of
off
people
stream?
Almost get it wrong, and they'll just start changing everything. And to be fair, we did see a lot of.
Was that the open
retake
qual game?
from Sonics yesterday? So we'll probably.
I see it was. Yeah, that was the open qual game, so I don't have that in my numbers.
Well, SSG haven't banned the smoke, so he's
Yeah,
back in
Froshi, what's
full
your
force for Sonic Jam. This is a
Discord?
great smoke site. Interested to see where he's gonna play because they've set up their shield with Ashen on sentry. He's got both shield and C4. They've set up their shield
Froshi.
facing bunker from the barrel side rather than elbow. So I'm wondering if Forrest is gonna play in the more exposed
this you?
position or if he's gonna be like playing in elbow as
You're in the
as
NAL
backup.
24
They've got
teams Discord.
plenty
This is
of delay
probably you.
with this smoke and Goyo. The Warden is a little bit interesting considering that they've banned, you know, two of like the primary
4, 4, 5,
edge
6.
operators on this site being Ying and Monty, so you're not gonna have to worry about flashes. You're not really gonna have to worry about smokes, although Sonics are bringing the Capitao. So I don't. If the Warden ends up like getting a two-piece or something,
Are you
with those
Tony
smokes,
with the
then
yellow guy
I'll
as your
resign
profile
the fact that
picture?
it was worth it, but for now,
Is
I'm
this
questioning
you? I
that
want
a
to call a
little bit.
random
And
person.
Ashen, trying to set the tone, ends up dying first. But where did that C4 come from?
Oh, yeah, Maverick, we've been
the
dealing with
heavens.
that literally all
Sort of
tournament.
just teleported
I'm
next
used to
him,
it at this
guessing.
point.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
All right, I'm
But,
calling Froshi.
Yeah, Ashen was getting pretty aggressive on the. He had like kind of like spawn
You're-
coming. out
Hello!
from dorms down to the front door. He's already been picked
Froshi,
up, but
what
with
stats
everything
do you
talking
have for
about already,
Sonic's SSG
that
on
book coming off the
Oregon?
board, that could be pretty devastating for Sonic.
Brother, I'm in the off season. No.
You're on a fucking beach, eh?
SSG are kind
Yeah,
of
probably. I mean, this honestly, I feel like favors
that
SG,
roam here a
the
hell of a
maps
lot
at
more
least.
efficient.
Yeah,
Very
I don't know
least,
about the
he did
labs,
die
because
with
we saw it
Arctic in his
yesterday, and it
pocket.
didn't look
We've got
amazing
Grim,
from
the
SSG.
Capitao, and the Hibana, and
But
literally
clearly they're
every single
confident on
player
it. They
they have
seem to
left
know.
has
They
Arctic,
seem to
not
think to
really
know
losing there.
what
And
went wrong.
SSG, well, where they're roaming because
Yeah, I
of
mean, SQ picking
Ashen
Oregon's
out
not
of
like a
this one.
huge
The rest of SSG are
surprise,
just roaming
I feel
outside.
like.
So honestly, I don't think the buck is too big of a deal unless it's
This could be a
is gonna come down to
2-0,
push where, like,
but we have to see
they
how
gotta
the
force their way through the
first map
freezer
plays
wall,
out.
and, you know, having the buck would have been pretty necessary just to force your way through there.
Apparently,
Otherwise,
Sonics beat Aimkey's team
not the worst
7-3
loss
in
the world
Oregon.
because
If that
of
doesn't make
where
them a great
SSG
Oregon
is
team, I don't know what does.
Yeah, but we have moved.
Hey,
on
don't
a lot
talk
of-
bad on Aimkey.
SSG has started
Listen,
to
our
get that
T2
road
scene
lead.
is growing,
Sonic's
okay?
getting set up.
You're right, you're
Big
right.
guess probably for that pillar
We'll get
spot,
there.
considering that they do have Grim, but they are gonna have
That
to
gotta
try
be
and get
Team
control of this
Cruelty.
big tower side
EWC
first.
attending
With
team.
Maverick
Don't you forget
opening
it.
up his sight lines as well, making
Yeah.
sure that big tower player
Yeah.
can't get too aggressive as they get ready for the
I'll
pillar
raise
spot.
you
Flash
up.
coming through as well, threatening that side as Grixer has got rotate. Wherever this Grim is gonna push, that is gonna be pushed down.
All right, well,
I'd like to
Oregon
see where
basement
Benjamin is
defense,
today.
nothing crazy going on. I didn't see the first kill, how Rexon and Ashen died, but nothing too wild here. Should be a simple SSG holding this down, unless J90 just wants to walk up tower, okay?
J90 tries to get aggressive,
Oh.
ends up dying, but
Oh,
somehow
was he
Fultz was
in?
staying hidden,
Where
I
the fuck did he
believe,
come
in
from?
T3. It gives him a freebie on
Yeah,
draw
it's
on
just
Adam,
ridiculous.
And now the entire attack has to try and push through, evading the flank from Fultz. Ambi
What does
dies
your
to the
clock say
gas
right now, by the way?
Grixer is down, and this
16, 15, 14.
You're like a second or two behind me. Do you want me to share my screen?
Sure.
Okay.
And he'll lose to Fultz, who is still up above.
Ooh,
MVP
Fultz with a little
of the
flank.
round, the mute from Fultz, and they take round number 1.
Absolutely beautiful room.
Nope.
Space station there.
I accidentally shared
Just
my
limiting
camera,
the
which
pressure
I
from
realized
Sonics
will
while
not.
they were
It's not
Yeah.
helpful.
Well, I guess that's why J9 walked up T1, right? Because that guy was in T3.
So they were both moving for the aggressive play, I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
Great first start from Space Station. Let's see if Sonic can pick up the slack.
Yeah, losing round number 1 to a miss drone is not the tone you want to set. I mean,
How's your off season been? I know you kind of just started. You maybe didn't expect to be on it so quickly.
I'm bored, bro. I'm really bored. Can't lie to you. I've just been watching the games, just I don't know, just chilling. Trying to think of ideas for next season already. I am trying to like chill a little bit, but I'm still watching everything, trying to just think ahead, you know. But who knows what's gonna happen, what changes they'll make, what will be meta when the next stage comes around.
Spending some time thinking about the new coach as well, I got to imagine.
Yeah, I mean, of course, just have to, you know, take that slow and just go from there. Figure out, like, you know, it's kind of hard to get started without a coach, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
So we're not in like a huge rush anyway, because we have like 2 months.
Yeah, for those in chat who might not know, Froshi is the analyst of Beast Coast, reigning major champions. Already out of the qualifiers for this, though.
Big tower side push coming out from Sonic's. Grixer opening up that double window, and they are starting to clear out from below, it looks like. So this, like, really interesting sort of meeting run that they've got going on with the Mujams to support it. What do you think of this?
I think Sonics look like they're pushing right into it, whether they know it or not. SSG are looking to directly challenge this downstairs take, but Sonics are spread out quite a bit. Not only do they have, you know, some semblance of downstairs, but they've got a guy, I believe, on the armory rappel. They've got one outside big window, now one pushing through master. So maybe
it's like it's gonna be. I mean, there's some bodies over around master, but like with the Grim and the Buck, I feel like they want to go for maybe a big window take, just taking some time to clear up below first, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this Buck might. This Buck could go meeting too.
Yeah.
Because to me, it looks like they want to end front the Grim hit attic. But this guy's in garage.
Oh! Back-to-back ODs from Rexon. That's kind of nice use of the Oryx dash there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Oryx is really good for that. You literally can't cut off an Oryx if he's using his dash. He's too fast. Unless you literally like pre-fire him.
Has the ability to jump up the hatch if he ever needs to as well, I'm sure, to get back to site.
Yeah. Just lets him get out of dodge really quick.
On this player prone by sandbags, I believe that's J90.
Just ridiculous.
Hiding in the corner, hoping maybe to get out with his life, but he's down.
You gotta give Ashen credit for trying that.
Yeah, see, there you go. He's just. Anytime you see like them opening the attic wall, and it's just like mainly the front rappels, and they're taking below to get the closet wall. It's always gonna be this Grim ending here, because he can get the intel for himself.
Right.
We can see Grim charges going in for attic, so try and clear this area out for a pinch between attic and master bedroom. But there's still a lot of util up, and J90 is going to kick things off as well. Merc is going to go down. It's going to have to be a hard push from Sonic here to try and secure things out in a 2v3. The push coming out from Ambi, trying to desperately get a kill as Grixer pushes in from the other side, and Trophy does manage to get some lit up, but Ambi goes down. It's all down to Grixer to try and bring it in.
Nice to see Forrest stepping up here early in the game.
DMR, Space Station secure their second round.
Another confident one.
Did they even open big window, or was it literally just closed the whole round?
I don't see anybody over there. I'm assuming it was closed.
You gotta at least open that, I feel like.
Yeah.
So much time was wasted. About 2 minutes 15 off the clock by the time they even.
Basically zero commitment. You get a little bit of phantom pressure. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, no, exactly.
All they really had to do was stand still, and that's what we saw. J90 was
exactly. It's just you don't want them to be able to like put their backs against the wall and know exactly what angles to hold.
Yeah.
From Benja, who was playing in Bolo, and there was really nothing Sonics could do because they no longer had the utility to force these players out. The 2-0 for SSG, 2 defenses, but it's on the 2 primary sites, right?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
That was an interesting setup too, with the two below there.
So this is going to be the real test for SSG.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you see them committing that hard to like playing down on the bottom floor, I feel. You see teams playing that much on the bottom floor.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was like even playing like by main stairs and
yeah,
like towards into extending into meeting, and then they had the warden by closet. So I thought it was interesting. You usually see like a shotgun by closet.
And for the most part,
Right.
and then the shield trophy. So
And they have been wasting a lot of time on that approach. So I'm interested to see how well it's going to be working here, given the fact that this tertiary site doesn't really give you a lot of options on the board.
Yeah, the main extension is going to be where you see Benjamaster playing right now.
J9O bringing back the Boss G.
Not really
At some point, it's going to be common enough that I stop mentioning it, but I still like seeing it.
That you have to play around on site, and if you don't have
I was saying yesterday in your chat, it's just an op, bro. It's literally just like a siege, because you get to hold an angle crouch no matter what.
Yeah.
Like you get to hold the crouch like level angle, and you're gonna kill them even if they're standing.
Calling it a siege op is kind of funny. I like that.
It's what it is, bro. It's one shots
Steal
you.
it.
Yeah, it looks like they want to try and just push out this meeting as quickly as they can. Fault is hiding up above on the attic, and of course your favorite gun is being played here by J9O.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you love that. Don't be cool is gonna go out. And we'll see the take starting to come through. Benjamaster Fault getting kills, but Ambi and Atom picking up on their own of the trades. Quick trades coming out from Sonics as they are going to try and push in.
I kind of like Rickster's spot. I feel like he might be able to come in and pinch on J9O when he's not expecting it.
Still has a call. They have half the round.
Yeah.
I feel like SQ are in a good spot, to be honest.
For sure.
Oh, they don't have pass control. Do they have his wall open, or are we in T2? Or are we just gonna push the green into Kitch? Okay, there's a
they're
wall.
getting it now, yeah.
The Sonics here are very separated. The Dokkaebi on the opposite side of the map. If he ends up catching a defender off guard, it'll work wonders, but instead he decides he's going to rotate out. SSG are still holding firm in attic. They've got hatch control. And
There's no stall either. It's just a sentry, a vigil, and a Lamai.
Get back down to where he needs to try and attempt that
Oh,
plant,
they didn't
but gets
expect
taken
Ashen to
out
play
by
so aggro,
Ashen
though.
Through the holes as he ascends the stairs.
Yeah, he retook the
Oh,
space once they opened. That was really good. That was really good from them. They pressed up as they backed up, like as they got T2 open, SSG like pressed back up, and then when they went back into the space, they weren't expecting it there. That was really good.
SSG playing well. Wrong settings? Oh, they swapped sides after 3.
Oh, they got the element settings going on. They got the element settings.
That's funny.
I like the 3-3-3, to be honest, from what I've seen of it. I think it's cool.
My experience has been that most players tend to like it and most viewers do not, because for viewers it's kind of annoying to try to remember, like, okay, we're in round like 9, what happened in round 3, what bomb sites are locked, like it's just harder to follow from a viewer perspective.
No, that's fair. Nah, I agree with that, but I think it just makes the game like more dynamic, you know?
Yeah,
you don't just got like 6 straight rounds of attack.
Yeah, it's definitely got its like advantages and disadvantages.
Cool down, right? Not get too heated. Take a little further. It's 3-0 SSG.
No, but I get the viewer standpoint. But even like I feel like as a viewer, it might be more interesting because you're switching up more often. You know, TikTok attention span. You know,
that's true. That's true.
You're switching back. Who cares? You don't need to remember who.
So far on Oregon, and I think when you play
that's true. For a viewer, you probably forget the last round as soon as it's over.
That's what I'm saying. No one's got like notepads out unless they're like, just like you or me. Yeah, but I'm saying, but like we're not the target audience.
You're right. You're right. Also, I can just look at my notepad and see what sites are locked and what they did last time.
That's what I'm saying.
And SSG are more than ready for it.
We'll see. I think from what I've heard internally, I don't know. Some people like it, some people don't. They're basically going to decide kind of... I doubt they change it halfway through the season, but after SI, they'd probably look at it. See about adopting it for stage or for tier 1.
Yeah. I'm glad they're using like the T2 stuff as like a testing ground. I feel like that's what T2 should be.
Yeah, 100%.
It's good.
I wish there was more though. Like it's literally only Element twice a year that can come in and test stuff. Like I wish the European tier 2 tournaments would test stuff as well, and like the Brazilian tournaments in tier 2.
Honestly, we're missing
Man,
the same like fight
I feel like
that we saw against DZ, where every single round
I feel like RT2 it needs to be better. You know, I feel like in the other regions, just it's so integrated to tier 1 T2 almost. I think another thing is like I don't know if they still do this, but I know like there used to be like like all the French, like there would be so many French teams, like France would even do their own competition.
Yeah.
And then BDS would play in there, and Wolves would play in there, and shit like that. So it's just like Russia had their own thing, and that's how we got Empire. So it's just like, I don't know, we don't have that kind of thing in NA.
Yeah, the EU national competitions got replaced with like the South Breach, Central Combine, and North whatever the fuck they called it. So they kind of like, they tried to keep the regionality, but then it ended up being that like you could just play in whatever one of those tournaments, so it didn't even really matter.
Yeah.
And then for NA, it's harder to do that because we just don't have, you know, we're one basically.
We don't.
two
Yeah,
countries.
we're just one big glob. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like one advantage that like NA has that in the future could kind of emulate that European National League system is like our collegiate system, but obviously like collegiate is way too far behind, way too small right now to like ever be considered tier 2. But I feel like in the future, like going forward, like I mean that's how it is for traditional sports, right? Like collegiate is so important. I'd like to see esports get to that point as well at some point.
Yeah, it's just rough. Because essentially, like, because I mean, I just graduated high school like a year ago. I was considering like I could probably go collegiate somewhere, coach, or even like play to some level because it's not like super incredibly difficult. But I pretty much told myself like I could do that, save some money on tuition, but it kills my aspiration to being a pro. Whereas like in basketball or hockey or football, whatever, the path to pro actually like college is a part of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like I think that's the big thing in esports. I don't know a ton about how like Overwatch or Valorant does it, but I know in Siege, you go collegiate in Siege, you're cooked. You're not gonna go pro.
You think it hurts people's chances directly going collegiate? Like, I don't think it helps them, but you think it actively harms them playing collegiate versus just not?
Well, it's like you have to actually commit to being on the collegiate team. You're not gonna be able to commit as much to your CL team or your T3 team or whatever.
Yeah.
So like in that sense, and like no one's gonna be like, oh, this guy did well in collegiate. Let's pick him up for our CL team. It's just not going to happen. So,
of course,
I would say just it takes away from what you could do to actually like benefit towards your aspirations of making pro if that's what you want to do. And I know like most people who would make an impact on collegiate, that is what they want to do.
Yeah, of course.
Sonics are bringing a lot more tools to deal with said roam directly. They've got both Jackal and Deimos. Tons of info. That are not necessarily.
All right, well, 0-3 on Oregon attack never feels great because now you got to go back to the basement. So probably 0-4. You also lost opening pick because, dude, Rexon's having a rough game to start here. Just unlucky too. Like a C4 coming up, that's tough.
I don't know. Yeah, same thing as round 1, right? Like, where did that just fly from the heavens?
Ashen has definitely sent more chat messages so far than gunfights that he's taken.
That's Ashen. You have to respect it, to be honest. You got to respect it. Most people I notice, like, if they get into a game with him, just mute it. I mean, it's everyone. They just mute everyone on that team.
Which is fair enough, but I mean, I love it as a viewer.
No, of course, of course.
As you said, you know, they seem to be falling off, but 4v5 already developing. I think Space is going to be happy with that, and they could just be happy just to play their side, play their defense, and just play out the 4v5.
Deimos on this side is interesting to me.
We're really dumb.
It's not bad, but it's interesting.
It was 3-3.
Why's that?
It swapped after.
Well, it's like I feel like you expect to see Deimos on sites where there's like some sort of vertical, like you know, like maybe like a dorms, or I always think of like consulate a ton. I feel like here, what you have the Deimos walk down laundry or something, and he tries to ping someone in sight. Maybe you fire him out, whatever it may be. You can maybe use it like a Grim, right?
Yeah.
But like you could just use something else. I would even just rather like a buck here or nades, which I guess does he have nades? No, he brought hard breaches. They brought a Habana and 2 cans, which is incredibly interesting. I feel like that might have been a mistake actually.
Like he meant to bring nades and you just
like he meant to bring nades, yeah. Because a Habana and four cans is like a little insane, to be honest.
It's a lot of breach. Like I could appreciate some backup, but
no, it's usually what you use the Habana and a set of cans, and then it's nades, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it didn't go great.
No, it's just an awful execute.
The whole operator lineup felt weird to me because they had the Jackal too, which like, you know, I feel Jackal, Deimos, this is an operator lineup that like feels like it's brought for a roam clear, but it's Oregon basement. And maybe they were roaming a lot in the early round that I didn't notice, but it just feels like there's better options you could have brought value-wise for the execute.
I mean, the Jackal, like, one execute is love Jackal, but
Sure.
Jackal's not bad, like, at all, because, like, you can get the pings, like, in kitchen. Like, there's usually always someone that starts in kitchen or someone that starts showers or someone that starts white or something. So you get the footprints there. So, like, I don't mind the Jackal at all. But bring the Jackal and Deimos, I feel like it's a little bit of a waste for sure.
Yeah.
Jackal's not bad there because I feel like you're just guaranteed footprints because no matter what, someone's going to be in, like, Z or in West Side or top main or something like that, even if they're just shooting a drone and leaving.
Yeah.
So you'll get the footprints there, and then you see if, like, for example, like, a lot of times someone starts towards Showers Hall, they back up, it's like a smoke or a mute, they'll play the close freezer stairs. So you get to ping him, you know, okay, he's on top of these stairs with a shotgun. Or, you know, if he's playing back. That's like a micro example, but I feel like it is not bad to bring the Jackal there.
No, that makes sense.
And SSG just happened to win all their fights. Even if Sonics had kind of kept up with those trades, I guarantee SSG would have still come away with the round because of how close-knit they were.
Clash.
Yeah, no, for sure. And in the
Clash
meantime,
for top floor.
Space station here, bringing the Clash instead.
I feel like this has been getting more and more popular since like SI.
The Clash in general, or
Clash on
the Clash on this site?
This site, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it's strong, of course. Clash in general's gotten a lot stronger since I mean since just like the shields got so strong.
Oh, it's constant opening picks.
I don't even know where half these are coming from, bro.
Yeah, the Observer's having a rough time today.
This is something that we were really missing.
This is just insane.
From
LOL GM. Yep, there it is.
On map 1, and then started to heat up a little bit on map 2, but he ended up finishing the day.
Did they call a timeout, bro? I mean,
no, we had the tech timeout, obviously, but that's it.
This guy was a star world champion fragger, and now I believe, you know, probably just took some time to.
Chad has thoughts on the
That's
rumor of a Rooney losing her melee destructibility.
Getting these opening picks,
I feel like that doesn't really
really
matter. I don't see why they would do that.
Refragging the opening death. So they've lost the
they should make it where she can knock back the shields.
I'll actually
so
hear for that.
I'm so serious, bro. She's not so broken to like just do it.
Anything
Do
to nerf
it.
shields, I'm down for.
Just make it to where like if you punch a shield, it's just like an LMI and you just knock it all the way back.
It knocks him to the ground like you get Oryx dashed.
To the ground is crazy.
Dude,
I don't know.
I'm
It's
down
just
with
like
shields.
Aruni's not that crazy though. Like you could do it. It's not like people all of a sudden. It's not like all of a sudden everyone's gonna play Aruni every round. Like
Yeah.
SSG's Clash play is really good, and not only is SSG's Clash play good, but the more players you lose against a Clash, the
I will
worse
say,
it
if
is,
Shields
because
being
not
as strong
only
as
do you have to worry
how
about her, you have to worry about
attack caught up to
everyone
defense,
playing
it's.
behind her
I mean,
as you're slowed
it is what it
and
is.
essentially playing up against a moving,
Yeah, I mean,
mirror.
Ubisoft buffed
That was
shields at the same
40
time that they
seconds
finally started
Sonic's
nerfing like
players
the
a little
problem
isolated,
operators on
got one
defense
on
too.
rappel, one looking to come up
I just
white.
feel like we went
Yeah.
from one obnoxious meta to another.
Where is he? Big window?
I mean,
would
like,
assume this is really
like
their
Solus
only play.
has a
Comes
play
out to
still
clear
for
top
sure.
right.
For
That's
sure.
gonna make way for Rexon to attempt to
For
play
like
it.
plant deny stuff like that. Like she's so
Reinforcements
great at
on
that.
the white,
They're just like,
rotate, so
yep,
he doesn't have to worry about that,
what a
but
push.
Ash is
Um,
out with the shotgun, and now the Clash is
and
stopping
then
Rexon from trying to support.
what was I
don't
saying?
even
Oh yeah,
know how
Fenrir
that
is still
killed him.
still
What?
really
Didn't
good.
even look like
Yeah.
Ash was around the
Um,
corner yet,
Azami's
and
still
now,
I think-
Adam's alone. He knows
Yeah,
where
Azami's
Adam's
still
lost,
like
and
probably
SSG
the best
has
defender in the game.
5-0 lead
Yeah.
on
And
their
then
opponent's map pick.
like the thing with Fenrir is thing I made in Broken 4 is you could fill up so many gaps with just Fenrir.
Mhm.
But now because you can only have 2 up at a time, it's like you can have 4 total, but it's not as passive as like Malusi. You know, like he's comparable now to like Mel and Legion and things like that. Whereas before he was just so much better than them.
Yeah. No, I like most of the defensive nerfs that they've like been putting out. It's not like killed them, but it's definitely
I
brought
don't
them
know.
more in line.
I don't think it's gonna be 7.
Maybe a zombie
Yeah.
needs another, but
I think
more
Sonic's
overall,
might
it's like they
have a chance to
finally
make
got
a few
defensive
rounds.
balancing right after like a year and a half, 2
Stay soft
years,
defense.
and then it's like, guess what we're doing to
But-
attack? And it's like, ah, brother.
Right now they're just getting they're just getting slaughtered. And the question is,
Ooh,
even
a
if they-
class hold?
I should amend that statement.
What
Even if they
is
do switch
this?
to defense, is it going to be too little, too
Okay,
late?
I like
Are they
this.
The site's
already
meeting,
gonna
yeah?
be at the point where they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this
meeting.
moves.
Okay, so they got
It's over.
shields,
Like, why even?
reinforcement, the
It's the
castle.
warden in here. Okay.
Dude, I have not seen an actual
Is he
classroom
locked?
hold
Is
in-
he gonna? Oh, I thought he was gonna play small tower. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, I've genuinely not seen a hold like this in years in like serious play.
6-0 on map 1,
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I've seen this a couple times. It's good. I mean, it's the thing is meeting is really difficult to defend. The middle floor sites are really difficult on Oregon. So you got to do something, and it's just. I mean, this works. It works. You leave gaps up top, but it's you have the angles in from lobby and things like that. This is good against a team like SQ because a lot of the time they like to end towards that lobby side. They like to open the split wall, like ace it from garage and things like that. So this is probably good for this kind of team.
I feel like that garage push is like really popular now for a lot of teams.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, any push where you can get like very fast sight pressure, even if you don't actually go off the minimal and like plan through split, even just getting the wall open. Yep, here's the ace in garage. Even just getting the wall open, it's literally immediate sight pressure. You make the person in meeting move. Wow, that is
Dude, Rex
crazy.
has got to dial in. This has been really tough.
A third opening pick in a row for Benjamaster, but that is Sonic's.
Remember when I said this could be a 2-0 for SQ?
Yeah. Might be 2-0 Sonics or 2-0 Space Station at this point.
I think SQ could win labs. I think they
Yeah.
could. But I mean, this is okay. Okay, we're recovering.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in. Are we in the shits or is Ambi outside? I literally can never tell. I'm a fraud.
Where's Diffuse Kit?
I think is it in garage?
Yeah, it should be. It should be. It definitely was. All right, Ambi.
Gold.
Go drop a little 4K for us. Why not?
Nice. I mean, just every round against SG is just an in the shits kind of round.
Yeah.
Swapping sides, Sonics will find themselves in the defense, but at least now
Yeah, they got one.
I mean, it's a lot better than 0, but it's probably not good enough.
Again, the thing is with Oregon is you can get cheese on dorms really easily, and then the middle four sites just suck. Like they're literally just awful. So all SQ needed or all SSG needed to do is win a middle floor site twice. Like even if SQ win both their basements and win both their dorms,
Yep.
they still win. They still lose in regulation. They can't defend meeting or dining.
Both have pretty bad records against Brazilian teams. Sonics has to just let guys like Adam, like Merc, Ambi, Rex, just let them off the leash. And that's exactly what they did last round. Ambi with four huge kills.
I actually think that the big difference maker for Sonic last round was the inclusion of the Flores, and we will see that coming out from Space Station. I'm hoping. Oh my god! Every time I talk about it, they change it. Instantly.
What is Grixer trying to do here?
But you get what I mean, right?
I think he's just going for a drone. Or is it Barb? Oh,
Yeah, it's Barb.
Yeah. Duh, I'm a fraud, bro.
So, I think the Flores was
Took
a
me a
big
sec.
reason why Sonics were able to take that round. So.
I thought he saw like a drone hide behind the barrels.
The new HUD, I like forgot what util he had, and so I couldn't like see what util he was holding.
Oh yeah,
And
it
then
is
I
like
saw-
down there.
Yeah, it
That's
tells you where
gross.
players are too. I do think it's useful being able to see like as a spectator where people are at. I think the new HUD overall is like a downgrade. Like the player names being at the very bottom of the screen is really tough.
Like why?
That's bad because I mean I don't like looking at the bottom of my screen
Yep.
a lot of the time.
It's like the
I mean
most
like
important thing, too.
I think for the like casual viewer, the pinpoint like icons like telling you where people are is useful.
Yeah.
Especially because observers and siege can. I don't want to say observers and siege can be bad because it's probably like a terrible game to observe. To be honest,
It's a tough game, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
even the best observers are gonna miss stuff, like
That's what I'm
a
saying.
decent
So,
amount
like,
of stuff.
it can be useful for that, but I don't really find myself being like, oh, I have no clue where this guy is based off their outline.
Yeah.
The only times I have like no clue where someone is literally when they're not on the screen. I'm like, where?
I've found it helpful where like I see an outline, let's say like in T3, and I'm wondering, oh, who is that? I look at the HUD and it's like, oh, it's that player. That's when I've found myself using it the most.
Yeah.
Almost like a pseudo proximity alarm. SSG do have plenty of tools to deal with stuff like the Goyos and those traps, though. They've got the Twitch. Fultz has already used both drones. Not quite sure if they're still alive. Grim's Bees coming out pretty early as well, maybe for some preliminary info. Kind of confused as to why they're so early when you're not going to be.
Well,
you're not even
he's still got a lot left, and you can sort of make sure the Sonics are just...
Chad asked thoughts about adding a mini-map. I just feel like there's no way to do it where it looks good. Like, how do you do a mini-map with multiple floors?
Oh, I thought they were talking about like in the game, like as you're playing. Oh, you're talking about just like in the... I was like,
no,
Jesus.
Just spectators.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, no, it'd probably look awful. There's too much going on with our maps, bro. They're not Valorant maps with like 3 lanes.
Yeah.
I say our, like we developed it.
It's our game. It's our community.
Nice. All right, there we go. Let's go. It's Q.
Definitely a must-win round on the easiest site to defend in the game, but good to get your confidence back a little bit. You're not getting completely steamrolled.
Yeah, probably the easiest side. I was trying to think if there's another one.
Have looked on their attack so far, especially against LG yesterday. I think Sonic still have a chance to at least take this to overtime. At SSG,
I think there are a couple sites with like better win rates at the highest level, but I just feel like this map is like you have to do the least as a defender. Like you can just sit 5 guys in the basement and chill, and you got a pretty good chance of winning the round.
Yeah, and usually most executes can be very telegraphed on this site.
Yeah.
Like you're always gonna know where they're coming from or how they want to end.
Paying dividends, they didn't hear anything through it, so the smoke did not have to worry about his backside and could just turn his attention towards E-Box.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that as well.
I mean, the thing that makes like FaZe so good on this map is they're the best team at attacking basement, like by far. I remember when I ran numbers on them for our game, it was literally like they, on average, would attack basement 3 times every Oregon match, which means that they would win it at least once.
Yeah.
And that teams would run it back on them. And sometimes they'd win it even more than that. Right. So that's what, and FaZe usually do the front execute. And they're just great at that. I mean, there's a super fundamental team, but that's what makes teams good on Oregon is if you can attack the basement really well. At least that's what makes probably the best Oregon team in the world good at Oregon.
Yeah.
By Merc, watching the pixel angle, there's another player inside of Armory itself that Ashen is watching for.
Oh, that's a tough one from Ashen.
Switch from SQ. Ashen exposes himself far too much. Ambi gets the opening pick. More maybe mistiming there from Ashen. The Buck had not been able to apply pressure yet, so Ambi could fully focus on fighting the window, and he gets out.
Ambi's been great this game. Like, for being down 5-2, Ambi looks really, really good. Not only the 4K earlier, but then that's a really nice Armory extension that you get a pick from onto Capital, and you get out.
There's a guy watching satellite window, there's a guy below as well, and he just runs.
I mean, totally. Ambi's a good player. Is he even 19 yet? Has he turned 19?
I think he's 19, yeah, because he joined the team for SI, right?
Yeah.
Actually, if he joined right when he turned 18, then he definitely would not be 19 yet.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna look it up. Born in February.
Wait, we don't have Adam on Wamai, or yeah, we don't have him on Wamai. We're trolling. Gotta put Adam on Wamai. That's my goat. He's like King Aura on Wamai. I can't say Aura. Take it seriously.
From that window, but instead he decides to fall back. So Attic has been given up by the defense.
With what Ambi did on it, you know what? I think we'll let it slide.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Open soft wall peaked by Ambi. Fultz can't land the shots just yet, and the Wamidis wasting his very last Selma.
And even his magnet getting value clears up the Selma charge.
There's a 4v3 advantage now for Sonic.
Nothing more depressing than that. Oh.
That's a little depressing.
See, if that's why that Grim... See, look, every team... Not every team, but this Grim just, like, hitting the back or hitting the attic is just so common. He's just by himself.
Yeah.
He's by himself, but he's very self-sufficient there. So he can be out this corner. He can catch attention from Trophy.
He's got his own breach, so he doesn't need, like, a separate person to come over help him get in.
No, I mean, he might need someone for, like, an EMP or something, but that's it.
Yeah.
Out the Nitro coming out from the other side does manage to down and kill Forest, and it's all down to Fultz in a 1v2. Espley trying to hold on here.
We're tucked up. Don't let him see your feet.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's messy.
7 seconds. We're good. Don't swing. Don't swing. Don't swing. Oh my god. At least they swung together, but not really because he tucked and he swung.
Yeah, that was somewhat winnable for the Ace. He had such low HP that it was going to be tough, but...
That scared me, bro.
Shit.
He just knew where both of them were. That's what makes it scary. Okay, dining. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this.
Dining? Why do you like dining? I feel like nobody runs this anymore.
I mean, I don't think there's enough... Like, given how terrible meeting has been throughout the last, like, I don't know, stage or two,
Yep.
we got to start doing something, right? Like, we got to start trying something. I think, like, this to me, like, I mean, this isn't a great site either, but it's not like it's worse than meeting in any way. I feel like they both just kind of suck.
Fair.
So this at least being less common, there's less of an established, like, meta on it, things like that.
Okay.
There's definitely more room, especially in a map as old as Oregon, there's more room for ideas on this, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, we did just see a very creative meeting hold from Space Station. I guess it didn't go that well.
That was a very good meeting hold. Yeah, very creative.
All in all, though, I do agree. It's nice being able to switch things up. Even, it's something we talked about in chat the other day. It's like, sometimes in Siege, the best strat isn't the statistically best strat, but it's just the strat that's, like, not being expected, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
more out there.
There's definitely an element to not being readable for sure. Okay, this mirror window is interesting as well. The problem with like meeting like that class hold, you see how many gaps there's left, like Ori side and things like that. Like, they literally just got in the site, even though they lost their ace in garage. They were able to work through T1, work through green, things like that. So that's what makes these sites really hard, is that there's just gaps everywhere.
Playing all downstairs, except for just Grixer here playing above, and yeah, I don't know what you think about this. Oh, he's
What the fuck?
The Deagle out! What? And he gets away! No!
That's just ridiculous. Like,
I was reading chat, but that looks nasty.
It is crazy. Where was the drone?
I mean, he just ran into two people with a deagle. It's just nothing else I can say about that. It's just insane.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Space station.
I think they knew that he was there, but who would do that? Who would like push through the book?
No, but this is a site I'm definitely interested to see what people cook up in EWC. So I think it is becoming and will stay becoming more common.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, this is the first Mira we've seen all map, so I like that SSG is trying to push top down. I'm sure they would have loved to have the buck now that they have all this control. But they are gonna be at the very gonna be able to at the very
Two C4s and they're really hungry to use them. Both being held. They swap off.
Hatch is still closed.
I believe. Oh no, wait, Fultz is out of Selma's, so they don't have anything to open this kitchen hatch.
You think they're using they're trying to use these C4s really aggressively because they know they killed the buck, so they have to use breaching charges on this top floor?
That's possible. I mean, Val would have seen that she killed Buck. He literally shot him point blank with a deagle, so that is extremely possible. Yeah. It's also possible he's just trying to predict a pattern because he breach charged out like that left side, so he C4's the right side.
Makes sense.
Going for the flank as Merc gets one, but instantly gets traded out by Fultz, turning it into a 3-3. I think this Ambi flank has big potential right now.
Here's the call from the Doke. The Benjamaster moving in on it, destroys
Adam. Doke is such a good operator,
shut
bro.
Down by Fultz. There's the
Doke is so
that we're
dumb.
talking about from SSG. He's going to be able to get that plant down. There's nothing that Rexon can do about it. And there's players all tucked in corners from SSG. Rexon is operating off of little to no info. Benja peeks right into the
Rexon after going 0-6.
Nah, he retook Vert though.
But
Yeah,
fallen
it's
back
cooked.
all the away upstairs, knowing he can play super passive on this plant spot because the entire floor.
That's what I was talking about, man. So they won the first 2 rounds, like just like pretty easily, and then they lose the middle floor.
That's Oregon in a nutshell, bro.
No, I mean, yeah, it's tough. That's why you need the 2-4 a lot of the time, at least.
I was like, oh yeah, Ambi's gonna go for this flank.
Do you know this geek guy, Froshi?
We're just gonna ignore all
Geek?
that. Just gonna something else entirely, and yeah, it's gonna be match point.
He's just part of a group that, like, I used to play with him on Xbox and shit.
He's a hater.
Him and yeah, he's a hater. They're just like trolling me. Geek, don't you have like a catheter throw or something?
For SSG, I mean, Sonics are going to defend laundry and dorms. Whatever. Now
It's all
that
gonna
they're
come
going to have
down
to,
to the tertiary site
they're
again.
having to what meeting or the dining round that just got like.
Oh yeah, see the Roxo's here. They're all pulling up.
By SSG, but
Bro, my ops are here, bro.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I do? I'm scared.
You gotta show 'em up. Listen.
Right here.
You gotta fight back. If they're talking in chat, you can talk on stream. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for like 2 seconds because I need to turn
Very
it
good.
down.
No worries.
I really hope so, and I'm glad that they sort of switched things around here because no book does sort of support that theory.
Also, this profile picture is from a show called Smiling Friends.
I've seen clips from this show. I've never watched
It's
it.
hilarious.
Is it?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, well, we still got the
If
flips.
you're into those kinds of shows, if you like Rick and
Flora
Morty
is
and
importantly as well to deal
stuff
with
like that,
the,
it's good.
bunker shield.
Okay.
I know not everyone likes them.
We talked about yesterday how LG like to play with.
I'm not a huge Rick and Morty guy,
And I expect SSU probably to do the same thing.
but
The fact
I
that
can
they got
appreciate it.
Flores and
I love
Flores
Community.
means it's not going to be a blitz rush. In fact,
Is that the one
Same
with
guy.
Donald Glover?
Yeah. It's made by the same guy that
I
made
like that as well. I think
Rick and
the
Morty.
issue Space Station had is they were wasting a lot of time on a roam clip.
I don't know anything about Community. Just as Donald Glover was in it.
So they're just speeding that
Fair
up
enough.
for the blitz,
Holy.
and this guy's Ash is already heading down the stairs.
that's actually pretty wild. He wants to.
Yeah.
He wants to get in there quick. Or what did I say at the beginning of the map? What was it?
Like more crackhead South
Bounty
Park.
30.
Interesting.
Bounty. Yeah.
That's Ash. There's the shield that.
It's really random. It's one of those where a lot of the comedy comes in just unexpectedness.
Yeah.
Which a lot of those shows are like.
Never mind. That's Flores. I thought the hat on Flores' silhouette was like Hibana's hood. I don't know.
I mean,
Sometimes
Hibana is out there as well.
Is he?
He's on the shooting range, right? It's on the other side. So we'll see Flores going
What?
through anyway.
What is he? What was he doing?
He's zipping his Zaman and zooming.
That was
He
crazy.
will get a shield.
What? That was the
I mean,
weirdest
because
round I've
normally-
ever
Force
seen.
back on his
But
blitz.
normally
Nature
you
is
saw
healing.
Where Atom was aiming at.
He's going
right
tower with the
at Flores
blitz.
turn. That's a sort of just zinging.
It's interesting for sure. That makes this angle from the wall pretty, like, kind of useless on him because he's got a big piece of metal in his face.
Yeah.
Try and do anything here, but the smokes will deny that. Of course,
We're burning smokes too. Not bad.
Of course, that
Just
fire
traded
as well
smokes.
from
That's
now.
it's worth it.
I'm sure
Because
that's
you're just anything
probably.
through from there.
That's
He also
probably
smoked a
what
Warden,
smoke
by the way.
Force was for.
Love
Was
that.
to try and
There's a
bait
sick play in the qualifiers from a Warden in this position, where they smoked him. He jumped in the smoke and got all 3
with
kills as
second
they pushed
gas
in.
grenade already coming out on
Damn.
T3 from Grixer, so he's only got 1 left, and he's tucked in Harry Potter. So really, the only position he's going to be able
There's
to
a good
use this
spot
on
from
is the bunker
Grixer.
door, while you still got
Yeah, this just
other
makes the
players
blitz on
who
big
have
They're
tower.
flipping the
decided
freezer here. Where's
Oh.
Case at? Who has Case?
Blitz does.
The Force has Case, so they're gonna push freezers. This guy. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he went front. That's a really good flip.
You think that was the plan the whole time?
C4 turns his back, almost
Probably
dies.
not.
I don't know how he's still alive.
I would say that's
Asher
probably
with
a
the
call
first pick, it's
there.
immediately refragged. The Mira goes one
Just
for
based
one.
on
Benjamaster's good for
how
two
they were setting up
before
there
he ends
before,
up
but they were
dying.
moving to freezer pretty
And
early.
it's Fulton J90 against Grixer and Adam. J90 on 1 bullet's worth of HP gets torn up by the Vector. It all stands on the Flores. Fultz against 2. The smoke in the corner. Shotgun out. This should be impossible for Fultz to win.
Yeah, he
Tries to go
loses.
around the corner with the wall bang. Does not work.
That's good. He
and there's
tucked up into
info on him.
E-box.
The smoke is just playing ring around the rosy.
Very good. That was a really well played 2v1.
I like that push from Space Station, honestly. If this map wasn't just so ridiculously defender-sided with the angles or the sight, I feel like that could have gone well.
Because the blitz was
Yeah,
working
I don't
so
think their
much
plan was to flip the whole time because they brought the Amaru for the fast entry.
Right.
They started the blitz in T1. They or T2, sorry. No, T1, I'm dumb. And then they had the floors, like clear the shield and everything, like they had all the pressure set there, and then they flipped the freezer in front.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is why we see Grim. I'm surprised that Spacing don't bring Grim for that execute.
I mean, it's better than just dropping into a ward and smoke and Goyo's going off. It's just...
Yeah, it's Oregon.
And Sonic's used it. I mean, they used it. It didn't go very well for them a lot of the time, but they did use it. So you gotta give them the credit there.
Really did. That was a stalwart hold from Sonics, not being shaken by the blitz at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see Sonic's rotate a lot, so... Yeah, we'll see this stuff.
Different Dorms defense, too. Walls double.
Roxo is making me shit talk for a shit. I don't even know him. We do know each other, Geek. You're just capping now.
As they were in the previous round, but they are going to have
Shit talking in chat and lying. That is tough.
Downstairs, probably going to be aiding the mute of Rexen playing in security.
Yeah.
I'd be down to talk to Roxo. I haven't talked to Roxo in like years. Froshi, I spoke to you once. Then you know me.
That does constitute as knowing someone.
I don't know you. I didn't know you were counting, but
There's not really a huge amount of denial other than the smoke.
Xbox.
like Xbox.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we did play each other on Xbox. 7 years. I have no issue. Well, Geek, you throw cats, so.
Could be. I mean, from here, Space Station normally are just.
All right, how do you feel about Blitz on dorms?
But they're not afraid to rotate him a lot. But we will see.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna try and hop attic, or is he gonna hop big? Where's he at?
I think he's currently
This is
bottom white.
interesting. Oh, nah. I mean, this is not bad. This is not bad. They're dough calling. They're being. They're firing. They're in the shits.
Oh, he tried to rush the guy in security and he died.
Bro, look at the absolute hell this guy's in right now.
Force dropped the defuse kit bottom white, right in front of the security door, and now Rexen's just holding kit.
And happens to be head level, especially experienced pros.
That's pretty rough.
Like Rexen.
The idea was there for sure. From SSG. That's not, I don't even mean that in a sarcastic way.
No,
like,
I know.
was-
It's just tough back-to-back blitz plays from Forrest. It's gonna push this within one round of OT.
Okay, but now that's the only thing they have. Merc dusts 2 people.
Yeah, it's just. I wonder if they go back dining here. I don't think they will.
Looking to keep it going.
What the fuck?
Now staring down the
There's been so many of those gunfights. Like, how did two?
Yeah.
It's just the two people run into each other. They have no clue that the other one is there. They're surprised to see each other.
Security, but yeah, as soon as the blitz died, I think
A lot of butt
pretty
clench
much
gunfights.
Space Station, they didn't really have any way of clearing those 2 players out together, and they just completely shut it down. So
I mean, the blitz play on the basement round, like they definitely had the right idea for sure.
Yeah.
Timeout. I think that's if you're gonna use the timeout, this is when to do it because you have to go to that.
I feel like this is a tough timeout because you don't know
No, this
what
is
site it's gonna
food.
be.
This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
Yeah.
Prime
What
geek.
is it that you think they're gonna do here? I mean, first of all, let's talk about Sonic.
I'll allow you to keep shit talking for another hour with that Prime.
Oh man.
That's a pretty tough.
I remember the days I used to play. I used to log in every day, play ranked with Roxo and Scarping.
Uh-huh.
Just a good time.
Like this is meeting.
Good old days.
Instead,
Good time.
with a pretty heavy emphasis on that upstairs.
There's a point from chat that's kind of interesting here. This might be a rough tactical timeout because you give Sonics now the opportunity to talk about both which site and how they want to play this too for the final defense.
Let's catch them off guard.
That's true, but I don't mind it either because in the case that SSG loses this round, they're going to be attacking again in OT. So they can go and talk about what do they do for basement. Because that's how Call always does his timeouts. Is he IGL's next like 7 rounds.
Right.
If you remember hearing his in the NAL. So I don't think that's bad because they, like, again, in the case that they lose this round, they do have to go back and attack basement pretty much the next round.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Presumably that SQ picked defense OT, which
Yeah, certainly.
I hope they did.
That's crazy for a while where in Europe, depending if you did the map ends, it was in NA too, but only really Europe did it. You could fix it so you could choose the map and also choose your starting side.
When was this? Was this recent?
Yeah, this was like stage 1, EUL, I believe.
So yeah, they're gonna
It was every league, but like just the rules for the map bans. They fixed it for Manchester, but
What the
stage
fuck?
1, it happened a lot in Europe, and it happened a bit in APAC too, where like you would like win the coin flip and then choose whatever people don't usually choose for like who picks first or something, and then that would like allow you to pick your own starting side on your map pick.
There we go. There's one castle down, and the classroom wall.
It's just insane. Yeah, I thought it's just a coin flip, bro. Am I not on tech or something?
No, it was the meta in Europe for like one stage, and
That's
like
crazy.
nobody in NA ever did it, even though it was the same rule set. OCE did it as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just wasn't aware of it. I guess I'm just. I mean, I've said it. I'm like the world's biggest fraud, so I just don't know.
I wouldn't have known if Fresh didn't talk about it quite often, because he was the one that was always on the games where it happened. So I talked to him about it.
You don't really need necessarily the
It's very interesting. Meepy probably knows a bit about that. I'm gonna have to ask Meepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely. But there is multiple members from.
I'd be like, don't worry
on the
about
top
it.
Floor, but one of them will go down. Rexon already going down. It looks like Merc is looking to try and return it to see what he can do.
Ashen
he
is
gets
just
smoked.
fried.
Ashen puts him down
disgusting,
in the
dude.
dirt.
Just cooked.
And it's only bricks are upstairs now.
He's
Oh
Valkyrie.
no, he's to the castle.
Yeah, castle coming in from. Is that a flank?
Looks like
Coming
an
in
Attic
through,
side
and he
flank.
wins it.
Oh my
Ashen's
God,
getting a
Grixer.
wall bang from Grixer.
What the
Are you kidding
fuck?
me? And the castle of Ambi
That's
is
one
still
way to get
alive
picks back.
despite the
That
pressure from
is, that
TT
is.
window. Fultz is getting chewed up. Ambi's still alive, and you can watch the long angle from Master, but it's just a drop. And J9O picks off Grixer. Now Ambi's going to have to try and funnel back to the site and support Adam. He cannot leave this Oryx alone, as SSG might look to just quick
Elon
swap.
showers.
And he gets caught
on
off
the
by
outside,
window
not
pressure.
bus.
Fultz is still outside. I am fuming if I'm Ambi. And it's all down to the Oryx. He's got no idea.
That's a tough
where
first map, but
J9O
that's-
is.
Yeah.
What can you do? I mean, they.
Spotting the flank, spotting the heavy pressure upstairs.
That's what happens when you get 1-5 on
decide for a
attack. It's
swap,
really
decide
rough.
to pressure the
Because
site.
Yeah.
it makes you need to in the middle.
7-5 on their opponent's map pick.
What did they lose? They lost their first attack on meeting, right, where they didn't hold classroom. I forget what happened that
Yes, I
round.
believe that's true.
think
Yeah,
they
I
just-
mean, you were probably waffling.
I think they tried to clear top and lost all their like just lost a bunch of fights.
But that call out time
Sounds about right.
I don't remember.
I think that probably paid them dividends there. And that
I always watch these games back. Like, I'll watch them live
Uh-huh.
for like whatever, and then I'll always watch them back in like actually like proper
Yeah.
dial. You know what I mean?
I mean, you were talking about SSG.
I-
a lot of times they love to stay
I like-
ahead of the curve, and
I
that's both
can't
in and out of
if
the
I'm watching a game and I'm not taking notes, it's just it all just goes in one ear and out the other. Like I just can't focus and remember. My memory's just like really bad. So if I'm streaming a game, I typically like don't really have I haven't really analyzed it much. So I typically only do stream games that like I don't actually need to work for my job.
Yeah. No, yeah. For me, it's if I can watch the games live, I watch them live. But then
Yeah.
I always go back and watch back. I'm very organized with my studying.
Mm-hmm. How do you, when you're watching VODs, do you just watch at normal pace or do you do 2x speed? Do you jump around?
I usually watch normal pace. A little bit at the major, I would do 1.25.
Uh-huh.
It's like just slightly faster.
Yep.
So somewhere there. It depends. If I'm like prepping for a game, it might be 1.25. If I'm just watching a game and just like taking notes and whatever, then it might just be normal pace. It depends. But the major was really quick turnarounds, and it was very much I don't know how to put it, but it was just like I was just using the 1.25, just going through it. Don't make me look at this bracket, man. You're gonna make me sad.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to show the ads. Yo, you any good at geography games?
Dude, I'm terrible. I couldn't point out Saskatchewan on a map.
Bro, I live like 3 hours from Saskatchewan.
I just named a Canadian place because you're Canadian.
I live 3 hours from Saskatchewan. I've never gone. There is zero reason to go to Saskatchewan.
I mean, yeah, it's named Saskatchewan. I doubt it's important.
It's like
Isn't-
it's kind of like the Iowa of Canada, I would call it. It's
the
just
Iowa
fields.
of Canada.
It's just like a big rectangle full of fields.
I couldn't point out Iowa on a map either, bro. I couldn't point out Syria on a map. I'm friggin' from there. Terrible, man. Yeah, my brain is fried, Jesse. It's
Your
fried.
brain is full of siege maps. You can't memorize the world map and siege maps.
Well, I
You
went
gotta
to
pick one.
school. I went to school during COVID.
Uh-huh.
Like I went like through high school during COVID, 9th and 10th grade. So I really am just cooked.
You did 9th and 10th grade in COVID? Bro, how old are you?
I am 19.
Damn. 19 and a
Yeah.
major champion. Chat, if you're over the age of 19 and you've not yet won a major, you might be cooked. I hope you feel bad about yourself.
No, it's ridiculous. I started coaching and I was like 15. I just didn't give my playing career like any chance.
Yeah.
I remember what happened is I got dropped from a team I was on,
Uh-huh.
but they didn't actually drop me. They're like, "Hey, we want to change your role to coach." I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm gonna just go coach a different team." And, yeah. I believe I was the second youngest staffer at the major. GK had a guy who was like born February 2005 or something. He was like 3 months older than me.
Jeez. 2005. Scary.
Yeah. It might have even been February 2006. I don't know. They had like a child.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Luke was a hammer winner at what? 18
17
or something?
or something.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I will pay out the predictions, by the way. Congratulations to those betting on Space Station. Extra, the big winner.
Analysts are always either really young or really old. There's no in between.
Yeah, like DNA.
So, like, yeah, we skip ages like 22 to 26. Like we just skip. We go from like after we turn 21, our next birthday is our 26th birthday.
So
That's how it
you're
works.
telling me your career's over in a couple years, but you'll be back in like 3 decades.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, then I'll be like 40.
Gunner in chat, what's up, Gunner? Did you sleep through map 1? Where you been? Look
Come
at Pete.
on! He hates when I do that.
Was he in chat earlier? My bad. You just don't read chat. Okay, okay. Gunner, you want to jump in? Mossy asks, who wins map 2? I mean, SSG won map 1. They're going to their map pick, and they've never lost to SSG in like 3 years. I got to imagine SSG take it. Obviously, it's a good map for Zonks too, but...
Mossy, I'm very proud of you now that you're in chat. I'm disappointed I couldn't join you, but we'll meet one day. Good shit, man. Good shit. From battling on Ariel versus Karn, now you're going to EWC, man. Good job.
We love the come up.
Nah, it's so cool. I'm seeing all the analysts and staffers I was with in CL. They're doing well now. At least a lot of them are.
I was talking to Gunner about, like, I feel like a lot of the like best coaches and, like, I don't know, recently there's been a lot of coaches and analysts that have just been beating out a lot of the long-term established coaches and analysts. Like, even in like Brazil and stuff, like, there's been a big new wave that people haven't really like caught on to.
I don't know. It's I just remember, like, it was kind of easy to tell in CL who would go to Pro League just based on how long they were in CL for.
Right.
Because a lot of people, like a lot of the staffers, just dropped like flies. Whether they quit or they got dropped or they did something else, it was whatever. Because it's hard to get into Pro League as a staffer because there's what 10 total spots.
Yeah, and I feel like it's hard to get like
wait,
noticed.
that's not math. 20. because 2 for
Yeah.
each team.
Yeah.
Like 20 total spots, and you have people who've been on the same team for deservedly so. I'm not saying anything wrong about them, but you have people who have been on their teams for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's tough. I got lucky because of WildCard joining the NAL.
Right.
And that got my foot in the door, and a lot of us kind of had to join new teams at first. Mossy, went from. Were you on LG and like CL as well? No, because you won Element with Car, and then you joined LG. But I'm assuming you knew Vivid from Car or from somewhere else. So like, yeah, it's good, man. And like, I was in CL with Pedro because I was in CL for like 100,000 years. Justin,
Yeah.
Pedro, Mossy, like, they're the goats, man. We were brothers in arms.
So who did you know that helped you get onto WildCard?
So Adam
Uh-huh.
and so Adam vouched for me. Meepy vouched for me
Right.
because he knew Dispa.
Right.
And apparently Packer told me after. Packer vouched for me. I didn't even know Packer though, but Packer just heard about me. So I got very blessed there. And I tried with them, and Dispa referenced my work to Joker, the PSG Talon
Yep.
analyst, and like Joker greenlit my work.
Mhm.
So I had like 3 vouchers and a green light off of work, and I was very lucky, and I got in. I was
How-
like,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, it's like I got, like, I didn't even know Packer even knew like who I was, so that was big help. And obviously I teamed with Adam for like a year, so I was lucky enough.
Okay.
Because like, what if I never team with Adam, right?
Yeah.
Then that just never happens.
That's the
Oh,
difficulty.
Sneeze! See Sneeze in chat. Sneeze, are you on a team right now? Get on a team if you're not on a team. You're too good. Love Sneeze. Sneeze and Fens. Love them. Fens is next up. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then like, you know, Meepy as well. I teamed with Meepy, and that helped a lot too. Again, what if I never teamed with Meepy?
Right.
So
Yeah,
you
it's
just need a lot of
difficult.
stuff to align.
Because like the players that do well in Elements or in like Tier 2 will get noticed and picked up because you can watch the stream and you see them playing well. But the coaches and the analysts that are like doing a great job in Tier 2, like, unless you've actually worked with them, there's no way of knowing how much are they contributing, are they check stealing, like, you just can't you can't have any idea about it. So it's very difficult, I feel, as like Tier 2 staff to get brought up because it has to be through connections, whereas players don't necessarily need to have that.
No, it's true. And like, another thing that helped me is just like being in CL for as like long as I did. Like, I could have easily just stopped, but I was in CL for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So literally just like ended up meeting a lot of people. Eventually just, I had enough lottery tickets, one of them hit, you know?
Bro, makes sense. How did you like develop your like analyst style? Like, how did you develop your sheets and your methods and your ability to help teams?
I had a lot of very good mentors.
Okay.
A lot of people like willing to help me.
Mhm.
iFame, I don't know if anyone knows iFame. That's my king. He helped me a lot.
Okay.
Drew Spark, I'm assuming a lot of people know Drew Spark.
True.
He was a big mentor of mine. Those are like 2 really big ones. And then like, I mean, I was lucky enough just like in CL, I worked with a lot of very smart people. I worked with England in CL, if anyone knows who England is.
Yeah,
So
way
it's
back
just
in the
like,
day.
and my goal always, and still is now, is to just try and soak in as much information as possible. So even like later in my sort of career, even though I'm talking my career's done, but like even later on, like I end up working with like Meepy and Draz and Fett, and I try and just learn as much as possible from them as I can.
Everything else they were doing well against.
Even just like, I don't know, everywhere I go, I just tried to take in as much information as I could. But definitely at the start, Drew Spark and iFame helped me a ton.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I wonder if it's like.
Can you bring Gunner into the call, by the way? I don't have him added,
Yeah.
but I assume you do.
Able to figure out that clash.
I mean, do I have Gunner added? I hope.
Well, not exactly the same, but similar concept. But in
How do I add people to this? Am I
clash,
dumb?
There should be a button that says add friends to DM at like the very top.
Of which I expect, we'll
At the
see
top of this
in
game?
due time.
Yeah, the top of your and my
They've got
DM.
A lot of very powerful defenders on the board, and so Sonics are probably banking on.
I can also
taking-
add Gunner
attempting to take,
and
like a 5-1 half here, like we
do
just
it
saw
too.
on-
Oh, it's
on
there.
Sonics.
Don't listen to me.
We've seen SSG's
I'm dumb.
defense
I
is
don't have him
really
added, so
mean.
Alright.
that's great.
Gunner, you've got to accept one of our. I sent you a request.
I really hope that Sonics take.
I guess I've never had a reason to have Gunner added. We don't call each other. We just go in the Discord.
Well, that's the thing. There's like no actual reason to have somebody as a friend on Discord unless you are trying to make a group call. That's the only reason that you ever add someone as a friend on Discord.
Yeah, we literally just
What do you think about that? Because
we're just we're in the like Discord server most of the time.
Yeah.
They've got Striker too for EMPs and flashbangs. I feel like that's a bit odd. Usually when we see Striker,
All right, there we go.
yeah, it's either hard breach charge and EMPs.
What's up, Gunner?
Or flashes and nades, slash smokes, like something like that. First Striker being played too. We saw some Sentry last map. This is the first Striker
Hola.
we got. So that combo's a little bit interesting. But Ashen has
Are you
won
in
one
Nevada right now?
and is just sitting under the hatch,
No.
staring one of these Sonics players.
No.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Ashen just like
Give me 1 second.
sits here. But no, okay, he is actually
Heard.
going to go to work, and instead of
Okay, we got a lot in, Jesse.
Ashen tries to break the mirror,
We got to lock in, you say?
do it from
Yeah,
below,
we gotta
shoot it
lock
out
in.
completely.
It
So now
also
it's not just
means
broken,
now
it's a
that
hole.
that mirror can't even play near there on that close angle, but
Yeah.
will be open up below. So that's really good actually.
Azami, Mira, pretty standard top floor operators being brought here.
See,
Plenty of good setup.
I'm curious to see
Okay,
how
so
they
two
do
Yang.
this,
I wonder if
so that
that's
was- yeah,
they just
not
had
only
enough of the
was
clash.
setup, but just a player in security too, and already he's got 1 kill, refragged a couple times, so ends up being 2 versus 2, or sorry, 2 for 2 on that electric.
I really don't like
That was something that
reactive
SSG
operator bans
really
like that.
struggled with yesterday.
Like, I don't know if
SSG
it's like they knew going into the game, no matter what, they were gonna ban Clash on this map.
Just throw
Mhm.
buttons at it
But
and
if they
sometimes
ban
it doesn't
Clash
work
because
out.
they were
We are
getting
gonna see
screwed
a
over by
lot
Clash
of
in the last map is a
Yeah.
crappy way to ban, in my opinion.
No, I agree 100%. Because like maps are so different. Like maybe they weren't even gonna play Clash on this map.
No, exactly. I mean, obviously can't judge because it's very possible that someone in the Sonics background was like, okay, guys, going into labs, we have to ban Clash.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, doesn't he pick up 1 for his time, however. And
I
it's
mean, this
all
is a
down
good
to
bomb
Ambi
site for
1v1.
Clash, but still.
He's already
The Clash,
sold
yeah,
out
Clash is good
Ashen
on this map.
quite a bit, and he's got pings on him too. They've got info on this Ash, but Ambi loses the fight!
It's Ashen's day, bro.
Ashen with a disgusting shot.
This guy, R4C,
Ooh,
just nasty.
and the "You're My Son" in chat too. SSG.
You're My
with
Son is
a
crazy.
Lead-off attack, and with I mean, we just talked about how important
Copenhagen 2023.
4-2 or ideally 5-1 on this
It's
half
ridiculous.
is. SSG have already put themselves in prime position.
Yeah, for anybody in chat just joining us, we're watching map 2 of the last game to qualify to Esports World Cup. SSG won map 1, 7-5 on Oregon. We're in the call with Froshi, analyst of Beast Coast, and Gunner, player for Beast Coast.
Pretty well in the end, and I think that was just completely brought back. 1 by Faults getting that incredible kill as well from the double peak, and then, of course, as well, we did see Ashen just close out the round. So good recovery.
Nyx is live, gotta go, understandable.
Actually, a super important round
Nyx is
because,
live.
as we said,
Nyx is my
it
goat.
looks like Sonic, banned
I like Nyx.
Nyx is
dude.
another guy.
Nyx is too much hate.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot from Nyx when I teamed with him. So that's another one where
That is probably the best start SSG.
he helped me a lot as well.
have to attack on the
Yeah.
tank
Because
helps a
every
lot of
player
people.
We
like
mentioned
works
it
different.
so many times yesterday
Mhm.
that if you're not
That was not English. Every player like thinks
you are
differently.
every
Yeah.
So it's just like you can learn a lot from them. They have different experiences. So
Right.
working with them was dope.
Just to make sure the site isn't completely naked, but utility, barricades, plenty of bodies are going on upstairs.
Bro, who do I
Venom
not
attack
team with,
getting
bro?
opened
I'm
up,
actually,
all
like-
back plan. SSG, they've got the Lion.
I'm actually like
they've got
30
the
years
Goat.
old,
They're
I
gonna be
think.
very interesting.
It's all over.
Experience
It's all
of it.
over.
How
for
old
me.
were you when
It's
you
all over
started
for me, Jesse.
Absolutely.
coaching in
Well, we saw it yesterday as well.
in
We
tier
saw a lot
2?
of Jackal, a lot of Dokubi. But this
16.
position was almost
Damn.
impossible to
So
clear
what
out.
we would do is
It's
I just wasn't on like the
absolutely
official
everywhere.
rosters.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, of
Rexon
course.
would be the first one to
Yeah,
fall for
I was just like
Benjamin,
chill
so
around.
good
So I was
on
never in
Road
like
already.
TeamSpeak or anything.
This guy
Yeah.
has been incredible in the opening picks so far today, but Ashen,
Never in the
hero
Discord either.
of last round, will have to
You
take
couldn't
a
call your
second
tack
My
to
first-
timeouts.
equalize 4 apiece.
My first
Benjamin
time in a
also very
Discord
low, but Ambi has
for
no idea that
like
Force
in
has
one of the
pushed it
private
down
like
south.
NA
Oh, one of the official
esport Discords.
ones.
What's the Pro League
And
one?
these bodies from Sonics are falling. Now 2
Oh,
players
you know what?
are
No, that's a
stuck.
lie.
These
I was in the
bodies
Elmo with
stairs
Ariel.
are
I was 18 on
barely
Ariel. I'm
something
done.
to push in through this
Ah,
hallway.
okay.
He's got a couple Kiba barriers set up.
So,
Castle barricades to
those
aid
I
him
was in.
too, but it looks like SSG are just trying to push into the site. Fultz gets the kill on Adam. That's the only anchor, and he's getting the
Sonics
slam
might be
down. There's
cooked.
nothing that these last 2 defenders can do about it.
0-2 down defending
No
Labs
retake
feels
potential for them. They're gonna
bad.
have to play above on that vertical, trying to get some kind of kill. Merc doesn't know there's someone here. The bomb
Oh,
is
the
gone.
patience!
J90 with
This is
extreme
incredible.
patience gets the drone out. He's ready for the push to start to come in. Merc does
That's
go
just
down,
Mulder
and leaves
too.
all
The
to
he shot his
Grosser in
body
a
too.
1v4.
It's just ridiculous.
I know for a fact, Jane, I know when the observer cut away, I know for a fact, Jane, I know just went for the teabag there.
I would want to see a timeout right here, to be honest.
Probably hit the teabag
this
and then
point.
hack the cams.
Yeah.
What a call from SSG.
It feels
Doing
very, very rough at
literally
this
what
point.
we just saw on the final round of last map saying, wait a minute, both these guys are
I mean,
Aqua?
it's even bro. You could
There's-
even like.
There's only one dude on site.
It's obviously not ideal, but a 3-3 half on this map is not like the worst of all time. There's worse maps to go 3-3 on.
Even if
For sure.
two
So-
players on SSG die,
Well, actually,
and the anchor goes
what?
2 for 1,
Consulate-
SSG
what's more
still win
defender
the round.
sided than
Those two
Labs?
last defenders are
Consulate
so
and
Consulate-
Sky, probably?
Sky?
Anything having to
Yeah,
do with
just
the
those
fight,
two?
There was no way for them to stop the
I
plan.
think
And then just to add
so.
insult to injury, Fultz, or
Yeah.
not Fultz,
I don't know how what the
Jane
stats
and
say.
that
If that's what I would say,
I
those
thought
are
as
the.
soon as the Azami went prone, Jane
Yeah.
went
Two.
swing.
I find the stats are
Holy
tough too
patience.
because
I don't think
oftentimes like
I've
the
ever
sample
seen
size
a
for that
more,
shit is like so low.
disciplined
My
player.
like biggest pet peeve is when I'm like watching a game and like Clubhouse has been played like twice and somebody's like, Clubhouse has actually got a 75% attacking win rate on the basement, and it's like if the sample size is we're looking
yeah.
at 2 games, bro.
No, I'm the same way. Like when I write reports, like I'm not
Uh-huh.
writing reports every week. I'm writing
Yeah.
reports every 2 weeks.
2 rounds now.
2 weeks of double scrims. What is that
Maximum
like?
Sonics can get here is 4, but SSG
Like 15,
set
20
that
maps,
tempo
something like
up
that.
to a
That's
when
level.
I
go.
You take 1 round
Right.
here, I'm almost like, obviously you never want to call the game
But it's
early,
like
you
you're
never wanna
doing-
jinx it, but if SSG
You do need a
take
certain sample
3,
size, especially in a game like
I'm
Siege,
really
Mhm.
worried
where
about
patterns can be really difficult to find because there is so much variability. You need a larger sample size to see if any patterns come out at all.
Yep.
If that makes sense, where it's like,
Chief and Avenger, you know,
you know.
that's an Avenger level threat right there.
this game is so variable.
Parker does it on the cast all the time, and it annoys the fuck out of me. Where a map will have been played like once or twice, and he'll reference like the win rate of it, and it's like it's not relevant.
But people like win rates, man. People like entries.
Okay, that's
People like
fine,
win
but then
rates.
let's just like let's include last stage's stats. Like a map does not change that drastically from stage to stage how like defender sided it is, you know. Like the introduction of Sentry and Striker is not going to all of a sudden make like Skyscraper an attacker sided map, you know.
Yeah, but the introduction of like Tube might, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
nerfing of Solus, things like that.
Sure.
But no, I mean, for a broadcast, you just need to, like, you need to sound interesting. It needs to be useful,
Right.
but you need to sound interesting.
I
mean, you would know better than me. That's just like my assumption.
You're right. I mean, I think my philosophy is always like I will often bring out stats that are like not actually relevant. You know, like say a team has like a 8-game win streak on a map or something. That's not necessarily like relevant information if like that data is old. But I never want to be like misleading. You know, like I don't want to say that like
That's
a map
true.
is attacker sided if like reality it is defender sided. It just hasn't been played enough to actually showcase that. Holy shit, this team is actually getting torn to pieces.
Absolute disaster for Sonics as space
No, I
stations completely
like
flip
that makes
side
sense.
all at
That
the
makes
same
total
time.
sense. For me, I'm always very careful
I gotta say
because
that
obviously, like for me, it's different. I'm giving my stuff to like one person usually, right?
Yeah.
It's, I'm very, very like precise and like picky almost. I won't put in a piece of work like statistically
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm like fully confident in the pattern that I'm seeing.
They've literally done
Right.
this before, where they've got one
Yeah, whereas I'm just trying to get, like, sound bites.
Either this year or 2 years
I'm
ago,
trying to get
Yeah.
shit that, like,
one map.
somebody is on their phone
Super
on
bunker heavy.
TikTok and they
Every
hear a
single
stat
bunker,
like,
bunker,
this
bunker,
team
bunker,
hasn't
and then
lost this
played the
map in
the
9
very
months.
next day,
And it's like, holy
and
shit. Now,
every
have they
single
played it in the
bunker
last
super
6
aggressive.
months?
It was
Maybe not,
completely
but...
different. So SSG are showing that
Yeah.
now. Last round,
If it's something like that, I'll usually follow it up with a
perfect
disclaimer,
action
but
with a-
still,
an
you gotta get
angle
the
that I've
soundbite
never
first, and then
seen
you'll
anyone get a
Yeah.
kill
clarify.
at, in competitive play. That was wild. And then the timing from Benjamin.
So I remember C-Daps. You know C-Daps?
Yeah, of course.
He once like explained it to me in a very like interesting way, where he was like, "You guys got like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to simplify a very complicated esport,
Yeah.
right? Because your audience is to like more casual viewers, right? So it's like
For sure.
it's not easy to talk about all the variables in this kind of game in like 3 minutes and saying it in a digestive way. So it's a very like difficult thing to do, I feel like.
Yeah, I would go as far as to say that, like, that's not even really the goal. A lot of the times the desk, sometimes it is, but, like, a lot of times on the desk, like, if I'm doing a post game, like, yeah, we will talk broadly about the game, but I don't need to explain the game in its entirety to the viewer. The viewer just watch the game. So oftentimes I'm more focused on, like, let me get one really cool clip that I can break down in detail, or like one really sick highlight package of like maybe 2 or 3 rounds that like show a pattern, or like, you know, let me hyper focus in on like one thing which will keep the viewer's attention that's like interesting, rather than trying to just like broadly touch on everything, because like, you know, they watch the game, they know what happens.
That's fair. No, the Telestrator stuff y'all do is really dope.
Yeah, like that's a good way to use some of that shit. Oh, they
You
just
gotta
used
know
2
the
impact
chalk,
EMPs and didn't get the claw.
It's
on the side in the middle. They did top and bottom.
On the side of the wall, I guarantee the radius of that EMP was like pixels.
03 is so rough, you know.
Yep.
They just ran back this very similar room.
Whatsoever. Nitrocell is going to go out, however, and he's not going to be able to get anyone, but he is going to open up that angle.
SSG, look at that ram. Look at Benjamaster again. The patience coming out from him, waiting for the opportunity. Grixer getting droned out. Lion scan coming through. And Forrest starting to take space. Dokubi called the
God, it sucks for Sonics too. They missed the stage 1 major. They waited like, they get basically 2 games on stream for like 5 months or something with this offseason.
Haven't lost any bodies, and we're past the minute mark. The ram now.
All right, I'm back.
What's up, Gunner?
What can you do?
That's just unfortunate.
Oh, SSG ownership. What do you know?
The trend continues.
I don't know what it is, bro.
Now that Adam's gone, the only off-site players, I believe, except for Grixer.
SQ needed to pay off Eddie.
But he's not gonna look lobby.
Do something so that LG could be here instead.
Wins the fight, but in the meantime, Ashen's killed Rexen. There's only 1 guy down on the bomb site. Mercs kills Ashen, and Grixer surprises J90 despite just getting a kill from that hallway. He is low HP. This is a very winnable fight for Benjamaster. They've got the pings as well, but he's very scared of that shotgun, rightfully so. Now in the 1 versus 2, might just ignore Grixer because they've got the info on him. No, just red pinging away. Pre-fire should come through, but through the floor!
He was expecting Benjidal or Merc to walk up the stairs, but he was never intent on walking up the stairs. Just holding the angle, I like that.
Yeah, I literally
Okay, that's 1. Like 3-3 is winnable, man. 3-3 is winnable.
For sure.
The last round, just through the verticality. So much better from Sonics. I think they did much better just to shut down that aggressive play from Space Station, and they played out the trade.
Now, I don't know how much you think it carries over, but Sonic's attacks last map certainly weren't great. They're going to need to get 3 minimum to win this game. They got 1 on Oregon.
There's like 10 million spots you can get shot.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like the issues we saw from the SQ on the first map were not map related, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So I feel like that they would carry over.
The round where
Unless they just lock in on this one, but they just like
working out for 2 kills.
we're getting cooked by Ashen and Garage on Oryx. Like,
was one thing, but also getting the drop on J90, who I'm really surprised was not expected that. Neither here.
I feel like anytime SQ saw a defender, they got surprised.
Yeah.
was a little bit odd.
Which is weird because I thought like yesterday their drones were actually like very good against Dark Zero. Like late round, I felt like I was constantly seeing pings of like where Sonics were looking at players.
Did they play it the last time they had?
Yeah.
No, they did not have it the last time they played that site.
I mean, SSG was doing a good job of meeting them at their entry points, like actually fighting them.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the early round really was what was fucking them.
Yeah. They were just like SSG was meeting them, not letting them actually get into their ISO spots, and then.
What do you think about that?
Maybe
The caster said
when it got
Benja
down
got
to like
3 opening picks in a row. I wonder how many opening picks Sonics actually won on that last map in the first half. It might have been 0.
Yeah, but Space Station have been able to just take out the mirrors pretty easily.
the
because
first half
Sonics
probably
just don't
0, to
play
be honest.
below at all
Yeah.
very well. So, you know, what are you actually really getting out of the mirror there in that situation?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Instead, they've opted to bring the Valkyrie, and we see
This
a lot
game's
of
over.
being played on Night Haven, actually. So, I think that's pretty good, and I'm liking the Maverick.
You think so,
being brought
Sean?
here
Even if they get
to
V3, you think
avoid
it's
Yes.
done?
CK charges as well.
It's over.
And also to be able to split up, you know, Thatcher and H can go to one side.
Telling you,
Maverick
bro, there's like
can
some
go
like
to the
weird
other
hidden
side, and you
fucking
get everything
voodoo
open.
magic
And talking
that
about opening
SSG
picks
does against
as well,
SQ.
Rexon
It needs to be
on the
studied.
star play.
It's be studied.
That is the first opening pick that Sonics have.
Did y'all see that angle that
I believe.
Ashen got a kill off of to Ambi on this site the last time they played it?
Star player. Also the Dokkaebi.
The fuck?
Calls no longer going to be active.
I don't think I saw it, no.
Board.
He was proned on the box outside of couch wall,
Yeah, was that just
and he
on
killed Ambi all the way into
the
IT
corner or
door.
the breach?
Things
What?
like door.
Oh,
So you know outside of
insane.
couch wall, right? Those like
Uh-huh.
those little
Valkyrie,
like
I'm surprised, is the
random little
first
box
to
thing. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Luckily, Force is
He
able
was
to
on
lead
top of
their
that,
SSG.
proned, and he looked
And
through the
ultimately
couch
swing
wall to
in.
like
Nice
rotate.
angle from
That
Murray.
pillar rotate.
Oh,
And
yeah.
And he killed him to IT door right
Ninja
here.
Master and Forrest. One of them
Damn.
working their way
So
up
he was
those
like up.
rafters
He was
as
like up
Benja
high.
with that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Zombie goes down. Flashbang to lead his way through.
What a
Needs
fucking
help from
rat.
Forrest, though. He's the one that's got the case. Drone to come out as well, just to get a quick bit of
I
info.
will be using that.
Now the dust settles. We're at a standstill. Sonics now looking to kind of recollect themselves. This 1v1 between Forrest and whoever's playing by electrical might decide the round.
Yeah, might just flashbang going through so that Benja can rotate.
Oh, nice!
Almost gets the pick,
Like that
but
entry
doesn't
from
manage to get
Benja.
it just yet. The push coming through here as well.
I think he
Pre-fire
has
from
been good on
Benja,
SSG. Like
but
even
just
yesterday
Forrest
when they
needs to
lost, he
rotate,
was like
needs to get the pick,
pretty
coming
solid.
through onto pillar, hopping through into
He
the
didn't
side,
have any
has
like
to
real
put
stinker
Fable
performances,
up.
which like he did a lot on
Pre-fire coming
G2.
up
He
from
was
Benja,
very
just-
hit or
now
miss on
Merc,
G2.
but it does get traded out by Grixer, and it's a 1v1, and he will win it! Grixer
Oh my
finishes off
God.
for Sonics.
Wait, why didn't he stick the plant? What?
Excellent play from Grixer. It looked like they had the pings too. Still, maybe some of those Valkyrie cameras lingering out, despite a
Why not just stick the
play
plant?
from Benjamaster, playing it perfectly, sneaking up rafters, killing the Azami. The flashbang to cover his cross to open the way for Forrest.
How much
I
was he
think
do- like?
really
How much had he
the only mistake
completed?
there
Like
was
75.
Forrest trying to stick the plant instead of taking
That's
the fight
tough.
with Benjamaster once the defender started to 2v1 him. I obviously understand why they were going for the plant and what Forrest was going for, but I think, you know, it's just one of those heat of the moment decisions where if he ends up taking that fight with Benja instead of relying on Benja covering in a 2 versus 1, that could be a completely different round because both defenders were so focused on the buck. But that wasn't the case. Forrest just ended up losing the 1v1 down to some really good positioning from Grixer and the Valkyrie, who finally gets played. Her utility, not only the Valkyrie herself, but also her utility, winning the round. Not only with the final kill, but that really, really important C4.
No new prediction. You're right. You're right. Let me
No,
put up
that's-
channel
that
point
was
prediction.
absolutely game-changing there. Sonics are
At
like
this
the
point, this is corruption. What?
Guys, SQ's gonna win this trust.
Be an educated gambler, okay?
You know, as long as you can bring it with a 3-3, definitely recoverable. But 3-3 hop with these bans on Night Haven, you've got to.
I will say this. If SQ pull this map out of their
pull their
ass,
straps up if they want to bring this in.
they have a nice cafe.
Especially now, going onto the
SQ on
tertiary
Cafe?
website, we're going on storage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would win that.
Really,
Yeah,
really
they would
tough
win
to
Cafe.
defend a lot of the
I
time.
would say that. I'm not saying that they would win it.
They beat
But I'm
you on
saying-
I
Cafe.
think they would.
I'm glad that
They do have a nice
dropped
cafe.
the Valkyrie for Mira, so they're bringing both now.
You won the league
Now we are
exactly
dealing
like
with
they did to you.
SSG here, and we never beat SSG when you're on Sonic. But
Is on the Nook as well. Seeing how
With a decent
important
chance.
that Valkyrie has been.
Yeah.
He's sneaking his way in with the help of this buck. In he comes. They know the castle is in the corner.
Oh my fucking
Fire
God.
is
Oh my
gonna
God.
miss.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, they got him.
They had like 4 people looking at him, so it's
I
okay.
mean, that guy was just cooked, bro. That spot's like, do they really just have him reinforce that spot and just like sit there? Like,
That's a
good
free
luck.
kill as well. There's been no trade potential there from Sonics, and we
Poor
talked about
guy.
how that kitchen area is so important for the defenders and so good for the defenders to hold on to. So Sonics have done, Space Station have done a really good job at just clearing that out instantly, rotating around. We've got our free pick.
Wait.
Let's move around. Let's do something else now. We saw
Is there
how
other
good
Mira in the
Duck was
basement?
today, and we saw how devastating the Duck has been. And as you said, great counter pick there from Valkyrie. Space
It
Station,
is.
another great
They
adaptation.
stealing your strats?
Yeah, I think the
No.
and yet another kill. Yeah, Mira has no idea. Asher
Not
lurking
exactly.
below, kills
Okay.
the only
But
player downstairs.
there's some
Not only is that
similarities.
verticality on that window dealt with, but also a C4.
I feel like you were the
Grixer
first
has
team I
rotated
saw put a
down,
mirror in the
leaving
basement on this
to hunt
site.
That Nook, but in the meantime, Lion Scan goes off.
Yeah.
They're pushing in through the window. Fultz takes a little
pretty
bit of
good.
damage, but Merc is starting to feel the
Till,
pressure.
like,
Forrest
Ash
with a
just, like,
TK, but Ben just still kills
cooks
Merc
it.
anyway.
Fair.
Ends up
This
being a
site's just so
1-2-1,
ass,
which
it's just
honestly,
so
find
bad.
SSG, now that I've
Oh
cycled
wow,
through
they
the takedown,
they
they're
hopped
also
in the
starting to
fucking
play.
window for
In
the
comes
40.
Valkyrie.
Why did he get off again?
Oh,
We're back to
We're selling,
Why?
we're selling.
This
Selling.
guy gets off plant every
It's
time.
still
Just
there.
fucking stick
They're
it.
hungry for this
Oh,
3-3 half.
no,
The case is now
he's
See, this is what I
not
meant
doing the
yesterday though, when
allegations.
like you need like a
J9 has to
miracle
try
in
to
sight
fight
to like
something
just win
in
the,
it with
this site.
Benjamaster still
Or
outside
this
the
site.
building, now creeping his way towards garage.
And they had no
You need a
business winning
miracle
this
or a
round.
sell.
We don't know where this player is upstairs.
Well, it's
Who
quite
find out
literally
because
the
they
same
plenty
thing,
of holes.
but-
There's one to watch that
Well,
window
no.
jump in.
A sell and a
Yes.
miracle can be different.
You only get a miracle by the other team selling.
Works out for us. We can catch if that player ends up jumping in. There's 20
You think?
seconds left.
Yes.
SSG are going to have to make a move.
That was a
Even if it's
miracle
five
that
or so,
Forrest
in
decided
comes
to get
window
off the
jumping.
plant
But
when it was
how
about
does
to
he
go
do
down.
that?
I see what you're
From
saying. I see what you're
Valkyrie
saying. Yeah.
stares at him. Finally,
A miracle seems like
strike
someone
late.
just getting like a
J9
miraculous,
now
just
the
like
last member
4K.
standing, has to hunt down this Valkyrie. 9 seconds remaining and loses the fight to Grixer.
Holy
Sonic
shit,
claw
Forrest
back
is
a
not
2v4
having a
with
great
a
game.
TK
Alright,
and the
alright.
retaken position upstairs.
They can win
Complete
this.
disaster there for Space
We're
Station.
still
Just-
in it.
Just that micro mistake of Benja not having opened that verticality yet while the plant was going down. Just that small mistake just allowed Sonics to completely retake that round into their
Now the
favor.
question is, can they
You
attack?
think Space Station, with how disciplined they're known for being,
Labs
they would
with
take
a
a
zombie
second,
up,
make sure they got all their ducks in
and
order,
you got
rather
one
than
attack through all of
not
Oregon.
getting away from them
They
before they
banned.
go for that plant. But, yeah,
Banned
absolute
Clash.
disaster coming out from Space Station.
Thank
Flash tube.
3-3 half, I think they can walk away from that pretty happy.
Yeah, honestly, what was surprising too is like how good SSG's like 3-2-1s have been.
I think
Right,
Clash
like,
really
the
is
flash from
only
Vector
good for
to
this
swing
site.
For the kill in the round that they lost. On round
75%
five,
betting on
kill,
Space
kill,
Station.
kill,
Don't you
kill,
start to
kill,
feel silly kind of now?
kill after the Nook whiffed a little bit. So seeing
Nope.
them-
Who are the 25%? Like, that's insane.
They got 3-3 attack F.
Just play from SSG.
Still
A little bit
solid.
surprising, but you know, like you said, 3-3 half. I'm sure they're not terribly worried about it. Now they can go on the defense. They've got the benefit.
Now, if
of
Sonics
Mira
come
and
out
a zombie.
swinging on the
Looks like they
attack,
are gonna be
you know,
playing people
maybe.
below to protect said Miras, something that
Ridiculous.
Sonics were not doing.
Yeah, no, we did talk about that, and I think that's a major reason why the mirror was completely dropped from Sonics.
Rexon
because they just
back-to-back
couldn't
tough
protect
starts
them all
too.
with the way that they wanted to play.
One
We saw
kill
how
through
Sonics on Oregon
the
as well
combined
were playing
first two
very
halves of
different
last
round
map
their
on this
defense.
map.
Not a massive roam coming up from them, but Space Station, of course. As you
Yeah,
just said,
against us, he had
they are going for
19.
That roam, they are protecting the mirrors downstairs.
Bitch.
And in order to deal with that roam, we are going to see Deimos being brought out by Sonics.
I just think people forget those games all matchups, bro. Like, people are like, oh, this team's better than this team because they beat that team. No. Just matchups, bro.
The transitive property does not apply to Siege.
Yes. Like, I saw it in chat. Someone was like, I'm not going to say the names because I don't want people to get their panties in a twist, but
Sure.
this team is better than this team for sure. No, not even close.
Of course, you know, the defender does get some info back. You can kind of see where Deimos is, which is why sometimes you'll see a team, you know, have the Deimos kind of sitting right outside the building or spawn and calling for his team rather than being the person to actively take the gunfight. But Mute being played by SSG as well, maybe hampering some of the drone work from Sonics. We see Benjamaster
Mute
all
solo
the way
room with
in
no
the
info.
basement.
This guy's got to be the
Working
sound whore
away, playing
machine.
crucial C4 like
God,
that.
I get so confused when I see the blue and the orange. I'm like,
We do have that
yeah.
play C4.
It's a
on
really
the
annoying
attacks.
bug.
I'm like, wait, this guy's about to get flanked and it's just his
This
teammate.
sort of electrical area has always been a critical area, and we talked in the SSG Luminosity game that SSG were really struggling to clear that area out effectively and just sort of They just need to throw bombs
Pretty
at
just
it. We'll see
standard
if they can
attack.
hold
They're
it
gonna
very
get Deimos to
effectively.
go below.
Wow, good
And he's gonna just
coordination
start
there.
floor
Just
banging
get
motherfuckers
that
out of the
Gemma, get
spots.
rid of the death mark and make sure that Deimos can't do much.
They're gonna send one guy through IT, one guy into E-box, 2 pillar, plant.
The drone
Easy
just
peasy.
flies back and
I'm
realizes,
really worried about being pushed here on the bottom
wait,
floor.
doesn't
I don't
matter.
think
It's
it's any
scary,
idea
'cause
Mute
you-
is in basement though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess, he gets the death mark back, so it's kind of.
It's so easy to get this kill on the Deimos.
But
Like,
SSG,
Yeah.
because the drones you have to set are really like,
player meeting,
you have to
I
set
think
more
was
than 2.
with the,
Right.
like, meeting side, but I think that was just
Yeah,
one
this is the
of
fucking angle, bro. Look at this
is
bullshit.
The angle, by the way, that Ashen got
Yeah.
that kill onto Ambi from. We have Grixer trying his luck. Forrest getting lit up
Yeah.
and finally finished.
It's a good
off by
attack.
Merc as Ashen goes down to
It's really hard once you get out of E-box and then pillar walls open.
For SQ, make that a third as J90 falls to the floor. Benjamin
The Mute needed to kill Ambi way earlier.
There's one for Benja.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
follow-up
bait
from
from Benja.
Izami, but instantly traded out by Grixer, crouching his way under that Kiba. Benjamaster now staring down 3 players if he wants to win this round, opening the wall, sees the Maverick, but there's coverage.
Yeah,
from
Nighthaven
the
NA is
from
always gonna be the
doorway
same
as well.
shit, bro.
Benjamaster cannot get in without killing both of
That's why
these
it's like
players,
really,
but they know
I
exactly
feel
where
like
he is.
literally just
And
off
the
like
plant is down. He
2
sees the
operators, you'll
foot,
know
but
exactly
can't
what
land a
take they're
single
doing.
shot on him. He's gonna have to
Dude,
waste a
shoot
little
this
bit
guy,
more
please,
time,
bro.
tap away at his
Oh
legs.
my
Now he
God,
can't
oh
see
my
it, and he
God,
won't
Benja.
win the fight.
That was a good attack.
Round on him.
You do have to deal with that
Sonic,
Deimos quicker, though. I
the
agree.
first time this
I mean, it's
match
just like,
in
it's a
the
good
league.
attack. But
Absolutely beautiful.
if they
It's
kill
like,
the
we've got
the
side
Deimos
right now.
below,
Maybe this is somehow an
then you
attack
can actually
inside
hold your
Nighthaven.
power spots.
Maybe.
Just when I was saying, Benja's been playing really well for the team.
It's
Tough round from him.
maybe it's looking like it.
Maybe the
I'm
tuber and the
surprised.
clash.
It's just like what Gunner just said.
Yeah, I'm also
A lot of the attacks on this map
really,
are going to be
really
crazy
surprised that we
telegraphed.
haven't seen
Yeah.
any, Fenrir play. Look
Yeah,
how,
that's
like,
very true.
door-centric every single site on this map is. Now we've
Oh
got
my God,
Fenrir.
we might get Benji Mula versus Benjamaster in the NAL if
Yeah, no, that's
Benji can
true.
get
I
back
think
on a
we've just seen
team.
the Azami being
We're the
picked as a
closest we've ever
reference,
been.
and you just
I have
know
terrible
why
news for you.
Azami.
No.
I think people just got happy they finally get to play it
Don't say it.
He's excited.
Fresh, I need you to drop Gunner. There's a very important player we gotta pick up.
What? I don't have that power, bro.
There's a very important player you need to pick up.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Terrible
my,
news for
don't-
you.
that's my
They are
MVP.
going to be heading down to this time.
He played well at the major. Okay, I won't deny that, but I think he's washed. The fame has gotten to his head.
You think it's
He's
all
not,
over?
He's not motivated like he used
I
to
mean,
be.
we didn't make EWC. We're clearly stagnant. We're clearly we got complacent. We
You're just a
actually don't even
TikToker
care
now.
anymore. I mean,
John's
it,
just
you
a
know,
TikToker.
it is what it is.
It's rap.
Talk the rest of the. I'm back to SQ, so Gunner. I already peaked.
That was
You're going back to Karin.
Ambi, almost got
Mhm.
caught by that window. And actually, SSG have left the whole wall soft, which ends up giving up that mirror.
OSA plans against 4 C4s. Really excited to see if this one works.
Adam's gonna lurk into mud or aqua or kitchen. They're gonna place an OSA shield outside the wall.
Well played by
They're
Adam
gonna
there.
fire off Exo door. They're gonna fire off this
We've been talking
stupid
about how
mirror.
good the
They're gonna
Ash
smoke
skills are
the
very
vert,
This looks like
and they're gonna
something
attempt to
gonna
plant and
push
pray to
the break
fucking
in.
God.
We don't need any verticality. We're gonna flash everything.
And their prayers are not the answer.
Great
Oh, what do you know?
start.
Smoke the vert.
It's gonna get deep.
Well, you gotta. It's.
C4?
Tell you, this map is like.
One, the C4 goes out, but
What do you know?
Oh,
man?
shit.
And
What
above,
did?
Ambi does get killed. The plan's gonna start to go.
Oh,
Ambi
my
releases
God.
the
This
full
cover.
as Merc
And this is
finds
the part where you
Masterclass.
pray to God, and then
Ambi
Ambi disrupts
to try
40.
and find the diffuser.
The round has completely fallen apart thanks to just one
Cooked.
man. But I
Wow,
guess make
that
it
is just
2-3
an insane
kills
round.
for Ambi.
That was a great fucking
Down on
cover.
the
Oh my
breach, covering
God.
the plant, 2 up
50k
stairs
C4.
for Merc, making sure that no one on SSG could use that verticality against them. That the extensions.
Oh,
were
I
so
get it.
important for them. It prompted a timeout from SSG.
I don't.
2
That was funny.
Really, really good rounds
All right,
from
Froshi, let's go through
Sonics.
this.
and some excellent.
Who
shots
threw the
being hit by
C4?
Ambi. I mean, just killing. Who was that with that?
I didn't
C4
see,
with the
bro.
C4? I think that was Fultz on the mute.
What could he be
Just
saying that was a
him.
$50,000 C4 for?
Saved the round.
Wasn't Fultz upstairs? Wasn't he the last?
How am I this lost? I literally have no clue. Am I off the booth? Like,
You
what's going
genuinely
on?
might be like stupid.
Yeah. I think
50. Who makes? Is it like money? Like $50,000?
Yeah.
All right, you're on the right track.
Absolutely beautiful play from Sonics there and making sure.
I don't know the salaries of these players. Like,
And
You know, SSG, right? They just picked up someone from another team.
Oh,
And
fuck!
usually when you
I
pick
got it.
someone up from
Ah,
another
the buyout,
team,
the buyout.
they're not
Aha.
free.
Hey.
God.
This is crazy. Attack decided Nighthaven.
You know what? If I saw him through the C4, it would have made my life a lot easier. Wow,
Who else would Richie be talking to? It's not like they're getting paid $50,000.
They might be. I don't know. I don't know salaries, bro.
Yes, they each get $50,000 a month, Roshi.
NACs, we're in good times. Nobody talks about it, but we're really in good times.
God. Why was that so hard?
You guys are getting crazy underpaid on Beast Coast. You didn't know, but
Yeah, I didn't realize we only did 50 bands.
Sonics happened, clearly.
Alright, the moment they see Ram, guess what? They're gonna take Garage, they're gonna clear out Pillar, they're gonna drop Single, and then they're gonna plant.
This time, we're gonna see.
Telling you, bro, this map is the easiest map on defense to at least know what's coming.
Mhm.
You can't actually stop it because it's hard as fuck, but you can at least know it's coming. Like if Buck's getting brought on storage, guess what? The side player's about to get fucked.
Oh yeah, he does. Shout out Flipside.
And now,
That's a throwback.
the garage entry.
Can you name them right now?
Yes. Let's not get.
I thought this dude's about to fly in a garage, bro.
I think you just don't know.
I'm sure I could probably name them.
I think you don't know the original 5. Shout out Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, whatever he's doing nowadays. Great name.
Alright, well, we're going to see the drones and the clears coming out from Sonics in the meantime, and they're obviously going to be afraid of that flip side charm.
Absolutely. Does that power him up?
Yeah, I think so. I think
it's
that's
like the
I love that Warden skin.
Yeah.
So nice.
Oh, yeah.
The gloves are so nice.
Is that the oxygen one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People need to like,
He's still upstairs.
like when making
Action
skins, bro.
gets
Like,
the lead-off kill onto Ambi, so the
they forget
hero
about the
last
gloves.
round is gonna have to take a seat.
That's the
Down
most
goes
important
the
part.
Buck
That's what
to
you're seeing
a
24/7.
really
That's what you see,
operator with
yeah.
How much soft destruction is available? Just the ram is typically not enough, and he's already used a drone all the way on the top floor. But Benjamaster does not expect Merc to be all the way pushed up in the hallway.
Is SSG all back in sight? Oh, no, never mind.
No, they got 2 on round, but yeah.
all I see is laser. That's why you don't run laser. No one listens to me.
Dude, I've been saying this, man.
This
Lasers
guy
got
just died
so many
because he
cool
had a
kills.
laser, bro. You can't hold an angle. You can't. Terrible. That guy gets 2 kills without a laser.
Refrag back, but is unable
We were
to.
watching the open
Grixer
quals,
does
and that
still
shit was
force
driving me
inside the
insane
bomb
how many
site.
people I saw died to having
Sonic's gonna
lasers.
get collapsed on. Now Sonic's
No,
gonna
yeah,
slow
I
things
I've
down.
literally been preaching that shit, bro. I'm like, no, you aim faster, bro. It's like by a millisecond, bro. You don't feel the difference.
Yeah, but, you know, in the meantime, Space Station don't know that, and they know they've just lost a man on site, so they've got 2 guys upstairs.
Are they hunting him?
Sonics just decided, hey, we're just
Yeah,
gonna
it
take
looks
the
like,
one
bro.
site. Space
They're about
Station's
to
gonna
peek an
panic a little bit
AK-12s.
and try and rotate
Oh, okay, never mind.
defense.
Yeah, they're just.
I'm telling you, this is a
so-
scary gun to peek right here. That thing literally like 3 shots your shit, bro.
Fultz is on the flank, and Ashen went down, I believe, the other side towards Cargo. So SSG are slowly making their way back to site. There's a mirror window that this Ace now.
Warden's like so unbothered by this guy.
Stays here. The sooner that Fultz flank is going to come through. Grixer also has to fight against a mirror window and gets
Wow.
very swiftly taken out. Ashen dies in the middle of the bomb site, but Jane
Alright,
makes
alright.
sure that doesn't slip out of SSG's hands. 1 round back
Well
to the defenders.
played.
They've stopped the bleeding, at least for now. We'll see if that's enough to stump the momentum from Sonics.
Yeah, really good roam from Space Station, just essentially, right? But the double swing coming through onto IT, I think those plays completely won them the round, but we are going to see the Glads maybe potentially on the round. Yeah, that could be interesting.
On storage? Is this a window rush, perhaps?
Potentially, I mean, we did see it yesterday.
Please, please.
We did see it, and did that work out well? I remember it happened. I don't remember how well it worked though.
What team do you guys think is winning the whole EWC?
No, yesterday in the Luminosity game. Space Station.
Probably Shaco.
Pretty sure Luminosity tried it.
Guy like runs
Sonics did it
EWC.
on border,
True, he's
Oh,
won
it'll be
back-to-back so
Shaco, yeah.
far.
and it worked. Actually, both teams did it, and it worked for both of
Yeah.
them. Yesterday, I don't.
Chat
know
says
if
DZ.
LG
I thought DZ were playing well yesterday,
ever
man.
really rushed on this map. they did that Glaz Blitz play on Garage on Consulate, but they didn't really do any of that on.
Why isn't the
No,
R6?
Shaco does this farm. Game
Yeah.
Mosaic, bro.
Well,
He just farms it.
but we're going to see the Zofia for the first time today.
Is he the highest earning player in R6?
Let me see the Grim.
Has
I
to
think he
be.
is. I think he is. Shaco.
It's funny to me because every time
Oh, I
a
mean,
new
yeah.
operator comes out, Mute just gets a...
From the EWC alone, yeah.
We've
Yeah.
seen Mute in almost every single round, both today and yesterday as well.
Yeah,
Just because of how good he is right now.
I'm so glad Mute.
Because he got that like MVP bonus and shit.
Remember when Mute was really mid?
Oh,
Isn't that crazy to
true.
think about?
Yeah, and he hasn't even.
Dude, I
really
remember
changed
when I
since
worked
then.
that last year, they asked
It's
Talon's
not bad.
opinion on like who it should be, and I was like, this is an
That-
important
they
fucking.
SSG 11, right?
I'm determining thousands
Yeah.
of dollars right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Those are
It's
the
a
days.
big question, bro.
They should
That's
bring it back.
crazy.
Who did you say, Shaco?
Sledge doesn't have-
Yeah, I think Talon as a team discussed it. That's what happens every event. We had to discuss who was going to be MVP of Manchester
How
too.
long has it been since that happened? Since they gave
Cold.
Mute
Hear that, Gunner?
took it away from Sledge.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay,
remember
I
when
gotta stop
Bastion
boosting
had
his
a
ego.
shotgun.
Yeah, despite it being in his picture,
Yeah, yeah.
that was pretty funny.
Well, we are gonna see
It's
some
funny
push
because BDS
for the
were
Rebels.
like looking like they were going to win the finals,
Into the
and
bomb
so
site, too.
there was like a large discussion over who should be the MVP on BDS's side. That was a long conversation, to be honest. Some people wanted it to be event MVP of fucking Yuzus, who had a crazy event, but then he kind of went cold in the finals, and Leaky Falk was a lot better in the finals. We settled on deciding it should be Leaky Falk as the MVP for BDS if they'd won it.
Sure, that was a really hard decision.
It was.
After he broke the kill record.
Against the Zofia. Off screen though, Merc goes down. There's Force
Wow,
finally
we were
going
talking
down,
about this in,
and
like,
SSG are looking
when they were up
primed
2-1
and
basically.
ready to tie this game
Oh.
up. But Grixer says, not if I have anything to say about it. Puts us into a 2 versus 3. But Rexon is still outside the building. Grixer's upstairs alone. And I believe the case
What
is
did Sonics do this
inside
round?
the bomb
Did
site.
they? Oh, okay, never mind.
Beautiful C4
They went below.
coming out where it's there, completely denying that entry, and Sonics are left in a pretty bad position as Rexon trying to make his way downstairs, but just gets his
Nice
head
shot.
taken clean off.
Fade away.
I
Just
genuinely
rolled
think it's
down
more
to
important
Rexon.
holding below on this site. The more and more I play it and watch it.
The best castle player in NA.
It's entirely
It's like,
possible.
I mean, this site is like a sandwich.
This guy has
Top
been
and bottom floor are
playing
both just like vital.
Even against LG when they were losing, this guy has been crazy. With
And,
the
like, as a
UMP.
defense, you
Now
can't
Grixer's
really
just
hold
gonna
on to
try and
top,
go for
so.
something, flash
Yeah.
through to facilitate the drop, playing up close against the
Oh my
Mute.
god. Oh
Almost
my
wins
god.
the fight, but Benja hits the deck. I cannot believe
Who's
he won
laughing
that.
now?
But
Question mark in
drop shot with
chat.
a shotgun. I mean, good enough, I guess. SSG now 2 in a row.
Oh,
after the
boy.
timeout. It's a tie game. Call Out has worked his magic, and SQ have already taken theirs. So there's nothing they can do to stop SSG's momentum other than straight up just winning a round.
It's just the call-out timeout again. You
50,000
can't
prone.
It really is.
underestimate the power of the call-out.
$50,000 prone is it?
He is that guy. He is that coach.
So
Even
we-
though
Go on.
I was gonna say,
Even though- yeah.
even though I think
You know what I'm
Call Out
curious?
actually had like an
Hmm.
abysmal success
What's
rate on
up?
the
If
Blizzard.
Sonic stick it out
Right
for the
now.
next stage
Right now.
Right now, it's working.
Right now, it's working. It's just
with this
esports
5
will
since they were
be,
so
you know,
close,
just a
or if they're
different
like,
kind of angle entirely, you know.
I hope
mean,
they
hey,
do.
it's got
I hope they
Chalk
stick it out
it.
with this 5.
But there you
I
go.
just feel like
Big
Sonics
success.
have made so many changes over the last couple of years, and it's just like,
More than the majors, but less than Invite.
I wish, I feel like they don't give rosters enough time.
Email, yeah.
Yeah, a whole mil more. Isn't that crazy to think about? It's like, oh yeah, it's only $1 million more. $1 million is a lot of money.
It is.
What would I do with
I
$1
don't
million?
think they will.
I have no idea.
You don't think they'll
I
make
don't see
changes?
anyone here. It's
If
like,
I had $1 million,
yeah, this guy's gotta go. Like,
it's a goofy song. Bare Naked Ladies.
Fair, for sure.
I know that. I know the art.
Chat asks, how good of a coach do you think Call Out is?
Yeah,
Top 5?
Just have payoffs through
I don't
the
know if
door.
I'd say
I
top
would do
5 in the
that.
world.
Yeah.
top 5 in the
Just
world?
about.
My wedding?
Just about
Oh
covers
my
it.
god.
Kyle's a good
Have
coach.
free wedding?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've only heard good things, but it's hard to like.
Back
So-
up.
Rating
That was
coaches
good
is
for
hard
him.
because do you just rate a coach that's just like won an event
Yes!
as
I
like really
love
good,
Bandit Tricks. They
or
didn't even care.
you
They
know,
didn't
is
even
there a
think
really
about
good
it
coach
that
but the
well.
players are just
That's
like
the first time
it's hard
we've
to reach
seen
them?
Bandits today, right?
Yeah.
Not today, but just
Yeah, that type
So
of
I
stuff
think
was
like
impossible.
discussing coaches is like
Did we see
really hard. Like I think it's
We did. Okay.
Yeah, we
like
did.
I think it's no doubt probably the best coach in the world right now is Igor because that the consistency behind that is like
On meeting.
you can't have
So yeah,
You can't be a bad coach and win three
For sure.
events in a
Yeah.
row.
Everything for a full year.
That's true.
You know, because like you can win an event as a bad coach.
For sure.
I hate to break to you. You can. There's some
look at
fraudulent ass coaches that have won because their team is just that good. And a lot of times those teams have like, in quotes, player coaches.
Right.
So
Also true. But still, the ace. I mean,
it's really hard to tell. Like, I could not give you a top 5 coaches. I don't know. I mean, you could say Fabian because his is kind of easy. He joined G2. Guess what? They win invite. He joins Talon, and they're immediately better than the rest, beating good teams.
Yep.
I think that's like, you know,
That's pretty obvious.
it's easy to look at him and be like, okay, he's been on this many teams, and every team has been successful in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And what?
What? Oh, because
But I think Stuflex is a good coach.
Yeah. Oh my god.
BDS is consistently good.
Devastating. You don't have the
He's been on the
I've
team
heard
forever.
literally nothing about Stuflex. I don't know. Like, genuinely, I have, like, never heard anything about that guy.
I mean, BDS though, like BDS also didn't have a coach for a very long time, and then finally decided they needed one, and they picked up Stuflex, and they've never dropped him. So
SSG can turn all
Yeah.
in one direction.
It's difficult to know without working with them.
It's a lot.
Outside of those
I'll say this: there is a lot worse coach. Why can I not like word this correctly? It is rare to find a good coach in Siege.
Yeah, a lot of coaches suck.
And the mirror window starting to get pressured, but wow, what a shot from Ash, and the
Oh my
shotgun
God.
works for 2!
Jesus,
Merc,
bro.
how do you not
I don't know if you
kill
saw
him?
it, but on the IT wall, they
Ashen
impact EMP'd the
took
bandit
3
battery,
pumps to kill
but
him.
by the time they put the
It still
thermite on the
works out
wall
in
and
his
blew it
favor.
up, the battery
All he
had
can do
come
is
back
laugh
and it
as
bandit tricked with the
SSG
bandit
take
being
3
across
in
the
a
map.
row to put themselves unmatched.
So they
Yeah,
never got
BDS
IT
did have
wall.
bias before.
Disaster for Sonics. We don't
Oh, really?
You know,
Oh,
go in
okay.
at pro
Yeah.
teams
My
a lot
mistake then.
because they practice
But he was,
Whatever.
but you're still right. They didn't have a coach forever.
They make
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
big
Then they had
salaries,
Bios and they had Stuflex.
but
Bios literally fucking played in SI because Rafal got
TMP
caught with the ganja.
Right.
as well. These are
Allegedly.
schoolboy mistakes. This should
I don't know if
not
that's
be-
actually the case, by the way.
Shouldn't say things I don't know are 100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is qualified for a $2 million.
But I also
Oh,
think
no,
it's
it's
like,
like-
Did VDS have a lot of options for coaches either?
This is the site that they started
That's
to come back
true.
on.
As a French-speaking
Back on
roster, I
round 9, right
can't
after the
imagine it
timeout.
was
And
easy.
they've got the Mozzie
They
this
coulda got
season.
Draz.
So maybe look at
Like,
this, a little
Yeah.
I'm
staying
curious
power.
Draz is
now.
good.
Not that yeah.
They've got both
Not that
Mozzie and
Stuflex
Mozzie
is
that SSG have always been known for.
what do you call it?
That combination.
Now that BS is an
Reading into
English-speaking team,
Mm-hmm.
Looking to go
let's just
direct,
say
perhaps
for
with
some reason they
Blacks.
kind of like don't do great at these next
Rexon,
events.
he's
Yeah.
sticking it.
I wonder if they'll bring in a
Sonics
different
are-
coach,
Sonics are putting their hopes and
like an
dreams
English-speaking
on
one that's
Blacks.
just like maybe they think is just better. I don't know. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm just curious, like what they're, because I feel like at the roster they have right now is like
I love it, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I don't know. You
they
were a big
have
fan
to win an
of the,
event,
of the Glasgow
right? Like eventually.
Yeah, 100%.
Here we go. Breach already open. Mirror window.
I
dealt
hate
with,
this
smoke
rush.
coming
It
out,
never
Glaz
works
on
for
the
me.
coverage.
Ever.
I will say
Comes the
BDS
Aegis
probably
cross.
have. This is a glaze. They
He's
probably have the best
in.
analysts in the
Going
world.
down from
BDS.
Ambi. There's nothing that the defense has.
Eagle
The
Knees?
This
C4
Just
rush
from- yeah.
never
Massive
works,
J9
bro.
with the round saver.
Were you on
I'm-
Sonics when they
Ambi
did
goes
this
down.
with Rexon?
Merc is next
I-
to fall. The
that was when
glass
it
plate
first
does not
came
go
out.
down.
That
Yeah, I was
doesn't
gonna
count.
say, I remember this.
I literally called this rush.
Yeah, I remember this. I interviewed right after
It was against DZ.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's when the game first came, or the map like just came out. That didn't count. Everyone like this rush is so like, if your planer dies, you are cooked.
Trying to flank here from the opposite side, just taking a little bit of damage from a little bit of a wall bang, but they
It's over.
know he's there. Forrest
Chalk
is gonna take
it.
him
Surprised they
down.
went for that on 6-5, really.
Yeah, as I say, rushing on that match point's kind of loud. Oh, good
Tough
for them.
one. Tough one for Sonics.
Yeah, 5-7 both maps.
Yup.
Well, SSG make another event.
You got to think they were 1v1 away from OT there because they lost that 1v1 round one.
What do
Well,
y'all think of the best post-plant team? What's that even mean?
Best post-plant team?
Best
Like a team that just doesn't lose post-plants, I guess?
I'm pretty
I feel like
sure
it's really
statistics-
hard to lose a post-plant in this game.
I feel like statistically we're one of the better planting teams. At least at the event we were.
I would say probably like DZ and Virtus Pro because they don't move.
Yeah. Well, I know Rede had the most plants at the event, and then second, I believe, was Matt. Like hot and cold. I'll double check though.
It's not super surprising. Breeday's like fucking known for that shit. Also, is that just raw plants? Because you guys also played a bunch more maps than most teams.
Yeah, I think it's just CGG plants. I can't even get on CGG right now.
Yeah, it's been down all day.
Well, congrats to all the teams. I'm really hope you guys have fun making billions of dollars while I watch from home.
Yeah, have fun, y'all.
The most and least attractive teams. The fuck, bro? I don't know.
We're the hottest for sure.
16 teams heading there to Riyadh.
All right, boys. Well, thank you both for joining me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking like eat ice cream or something.
Enjoy your summer, guys.
Peace out, man.
Beast Coast. He goes to SSG. SSG quals are
Chat!
in line to win the.
That's the qualifier. We got our full list of teams. Let's take a look quickly at who we got in for EWC. So now we know every single team going to the Esports World Cup. From Brazil, FaZe, W7M, Liquid and Furia. From North America, Dark Zero, Luminosity, Space Station. EU sending BDS, Wolves, and Into the Breach. And then from the other regions, we got Cruelty, Bleed, Talon, Scars, Bliss, and GK. Not many upsets, I would say, overall. I think Wolves being here is a bit of an upset. I think Luminosity being here is an upset. Otherwise, I think it's pretty much what you'd expect from all of the regions. I think it's pretty much what we see coming. Let's also, yes, pay out the channel points. Congratulations to the gamblers who still believed in Space Station. Biggest point total being paid out to Camhawk. Shout out. Nobody on LG has played a big event before. No, not a single person, right? Because even Surf, like, probably the most experienced, but never made it to a tier 1 event. So LG is certainly a huge upset. Wolves definitely have some rookies too, but all in all, I think we're set for a pretty fun tournament. As I've said a couple times, we will be watching Gamers 8, the entire thing, here on twitch.tv/JessieJChick. So I hope to see you when that comes live. Me and Julian have played one NAL stage. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a knock that you've never been to an S tier event. Obviously, all of these players are very, very new. Very, very young. So excited to see it. We're going to be rooting for the NA teams, of course, but also excited to see everybody playing out. SSG played. I'm glad to see SSG bounce back, honestly. I like the Sonics. I like SSG. You know me. I don't have any favorites when it comes to the NA teams, but Benjamaster, you know, they paid for him. He's looking pretty good. Ashen, fantastic today. Some issues from Forest. Undoubtedly some issues from Forest. But G2 won SI with Blaz. That's all I'm saying. G2 won it with Blaz. I think SSG will be okay. Chat, we're live tomorrow. We're Element 3. We got 4 play days of Element 3 next week. Element 3 is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm taking the weekend off. I will not be live Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. I know. G2 won SI with Blaz? Yeah. Blur. My mistake. Blur. I am going to Stampede this weekend. Should be fun. Are you going to Stampede, Axon? Yeah, Blaz has never won SI. To set the record straight, Blaz has never won SI. I think we're going to call it for today as well. Short stream for sure. Who's playing Element 3? Hotel's crazy expensive. Yeah, I think we booked for about 400 a night, which is not that bad. Not that crazy. No, it was like 350 a night. No, it was like 450 a night after fees. Let's look at the Element 3 games before we close out today, though. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to post in the Discord because there's 2 streams tomorrow. This is an annoying way to phrase it. So that's 18. So they're doing the BO ones first, so we can watch Synthenegra versus WildCard or SSG versus Aimkey's team. SSG Academy, to be clear. And then we can watch Makers versus 6K or Daystar versus UP Uplink. So those are the games tomorrow. I want to do a poll in the Discord for what matches we actually watch. I'll let you guys choose. Esports World Cup is in about 3 weeks. The first day is July 31st. Raid Dream? Okay. I'm going to send you guys out. We'll raid Dream. Again, I appreciate you guys all watching during the quals. It's been really, really fun. Shout out as well to both Gunnar and Froshi for jumping in with me. Always fun hearing their insights. Predictions? What do you mean? I paid out predictions. Raid Valorant Americas? No. If you want to subject yourself to Valorant, you can do that on your own.
We fell in love with apologies, I'm always saying I'm sorry. You spill your train of thought, head on collision, we late to the party.
Actually, if you refresh, you'll be good.
I don't really got too much to say. Pretty young day when you come my way.
What's Dream's channel?
You my rocket girl. They said I'm looking too high when I'm talking to you. It must be true. Stars in your eyes, they a beautiful view.
All right, chat. I will see you tomorrow for Element 3. Jump in the Discord if you're not there already. And jump in the raid, please. Go give Dream some love. Lug? He's playing TMs. Looks like he was also watching Esports World Cup. Good night, chat. Enjoy the rest of your night.